Hey there, all you cool, epic, and awesome fans, followers, and listeners. You're now listening to episode 97 of the Cool, Epic, Awesome podcast. My name is Matt, and I'll be your co host today.
And I'm your other co-host, Joe.
And today, I'm very excited to introduce our special guest, Mr. Tommy Cresta from the Popcorn Podcast. Thanks for joining us, Tommy. We're really excited to have you.
Welcome.
Of course. Thank you guys for
Welcome.
having me. I'm very excited. It's not people don't really invite me and Ryan on the podcast of theirs because we cause a little bit too much chaos. So this is nice to get away from Ryan for a little bit.
It's going to get chaotic, I'll tell you that. But anyways, I think something that would be fun for you to do at the beginning before we start. A lot of people who listen to us know like what Joe and I are into in terms of our film tastes, like which actors, actresses we like. So if you can maybe talk a little bit about, what you're into, favorite movies of yours, favorite directors, etc. What are you into?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start. Favorite director this is a weird one. I like to say James Wan. It's normally Denis Villeneuve, but I'm gonna say James Wan because he gave me The Conjuring, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, along with Saw, which was supposed to be that student film that he just became this amazing franchise. And he's just made me want to get into horror, hence why we end up getting into writing horror scripts and we want to direct horror. And I think it's just such a great time to be scared and sit with your friends, especially when you're like 12, 13 years old. That was like the best time to watch a horror movie, even if it was terrible. My favorite movies, I would say number one is a movie we're talking about today is Jaws, and then Alien, Lethal Weapon, and The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2 are probably my top movies. It's a weird list, but that's definitely my favorites.
Yeah.
No, James Wan is a great pull, honestly.
Yeah.
That's an underrated director for sure. Because Denis is also my favorite, so I would have been happy with that as well.
He doesn't miss.
But
Yeah, he
who, Denis or Wan? Because Wan has missed a few times.
No, Wan
No,
has
Denis.
missed bad. No, Denis has not missed. Every movie. I mean, Prisoners is also right at the top of my list. That's my favorite Denis movie. But I mean, Wan has had some bad misses, but Denis, on the other hand, has not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Juan's isn't he redoing Saw now? He has the rights back to Saw.
Oh God,
He
I
does,
don't want him
yeah.
to do any more Saws. I need him to go to do like some non-IP work now. The Saw franchise to me is really lost its way. I mean, Saw 10 was actually pretty good, but the ones in between there were really rough for a while.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Saw 10 as well.
Yeah, Saw 10 was dope. I was kind of sad that they weren't doing 11.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what happened.
The
It
new
did
one
good
apparently.
at the box office.
It was like property rights, right? Like not property, but like just like rights with the studio. Because I think New Line had it originally or something, or Paramount had it, and then they got it back. Like Atomic Monster, which is Juan's studio, got it back
Juan.
now. So now they're gonna be,
Yeah, I don't know.
But
The new one, no Tobin Bell, which is scaring me.
Oh, I don't like that. I didn't know Tobin
there's
Bell
no
was
Tobin
in
Bell,
that.
right?
That's the rumor, but
Yeah, no, that's
Anyways,
a terrible
you think
idea
it
to
is?
do with that.
yeah. So, all right. So for today's episode, we're going to be reviewing 3 films. First of which, Minions and Monsters. Then we're going to, goated. Then we're going to talk about Evil Dead Burn directly after. So we'll have those two contrasts right there. And then Tommy actually recommended Jaws for us for this episode, which I haven't seen in a long time. So it was definitely cool to revisit that, especially for me. I don't know how you guys felt on a rewatch.
Yeah, I saw it in the theaters not too long ago for the I think it was the 50th anniversary release. They did it in IMAX and it was awesome. So it was nice to like watch it again. But prior to that, I haven't watched it in like probably like 10 years.
No, I've watched it 3 times since I moved, and the one was because it was 4th of July, so of course I always watch it around then.
Yeah.
And then I love the movie. I'm reading the book right now, which is really cool to watch it and then also read alongside it and kind of see the differences. But I mean, I think it's if anyone knows like the backstory of the production, that movie went through hell getting made, and the fact that it came out as great as it did is just it's just incredible.
I honestly didn't know that. Maybe we could talk about that later, maybe, if you know
I know
some
like
of that production
Spielberg
trouble.
was really young when he made it, right?
Yeah, and it went like way over like the calendar time that they allotted for it. It went way over budget. The shark's supposed to be in like 70% of the movie. I think it's in like 20% of the movie in the end. The kills are supposed to be way different because the shark just wouldn't work the day of, so they changed it. It's a whole thing. There's a really good documentary on people
Wow.
on it.
That is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I honestly had no idea about that, but anyways, talking about cinematic masterpieces, let's start our review for Minions and Monsters, which is directed by Pierre Coffin, who's done, I'm pretty sure, like, if not all the Despicable Me movies, at least like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, he's like
But
the creator of the franchise, right?
I know, and he's the voice, I think. He's the voice of all those
Of the
little
Minions?
guys. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's amazing.
he invented Minionese, which Joe was studying last episode as well.
Yeah.
What are Minionese?
That's like
the
their
they
language.
speak.
Oh, I didn't even know. I'm not gonna lie, I
It's
don't
like
know
an
much about the Minions.
It's
You
like
didn't
an
study Minion lore for
amalgamation of,
this?
they said it's like an amalgamation of just like random words from random languages. So you'll just hear like Italian, Chinese, Spanish. Like there's no like you speak English.
Is
I
that
definitely
why
hear the
they?
Spanish in it a
Is it
little bit.
because they've had leaders all like different languages? Like their big boss has always been like different.
I don't
That's
know,
why-
honestly.
Damn. Now we're really using our brains
I didn't even
here.
think about that actually. It's a good point. Anyway, I have. Matt, you wanna
Anyways,
read the
yeah.
synopsis?
No, I got it. I'll
Okay.
read this one. You could read Evil Dead Burn.
Okay.
All right, so Hollywood has a monster problem. This is the rambunctious, ridiculous, and totally true story of how the Minions conquered Hollywood, became movie stars, lost everything, unleashed monsters onto the world, and then banded together to try and save the planet from the mayhem they had just created. All right, so initial thoughts. For me, I think it's fine. I think it's about just as good as any of the other Minions movies. I wasn't blown away by it, which, like, is fine. It's just that there was so much hype going into this because of it had like a 90% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys felt like this was significantly better than the other ones.
I think this is like on par, probably better, like with Despicable Me 1. This is probably one of the best things Illumination's done, in my opinion. Like, I really didn't like the first two Minions. I mean, obviously, I'm not the target demographic, but like, I don't think that just because you're a kids movie, that's an excuse to be a bad movie. And I actually enjoyed the story. Besides, minus all the movie references, like this is a cute movie. Had a nice score. The voice cast is actually like, I don't like how they just like do celebrity casting, but the cast is honestly pretty good. Eisenberg, Bridges, Christopher Waltz played like the little director dude. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, what'd you think, Tommy?
Maybe I'm just maybe this was for my demographic. Maybe I am just a child still. I really love this movie. I'm not a fan of the Minions. Like, they just don't do it for me. Despicable Me didn't really do it for me. I walked out of this. I had such a good time with this one. I was shocked that there's a full-on beheading in this movie that I feel like no one just talks about.
I forgot about that, actually.
And I said on the Popcorn Pies to Ryan, I said it is fully just a love letter to film, and it's just in a Minions movie, and I loved it. I give it 4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like, I don't know. I found the story of them like wanting to make a movie. I thought it was really cute, and I think it's like a nice message for like young kids. It's like a good introduction for kids to like learn about movies a little bit. I think, like, even though it's stupid, it's like obviously not realistic, but like just I don't know, like the sound stages and like all that type of stuff. Like, I thought it was really cute that they just I don't know. I really think that people, like kids, will watch this, and there'll be some kids that like see this and are like, oh, like maybe I want to do something with movies. I like working with movies. I'm being serious.
Curry Barker could have been watching that.
Yeah, like, you think I'm kidding? There's gonna be a kid in 20 years from now be like, yo, the
like
Minions and Monsters movie is why I got it. I'm not kidding. I swear to God, that's gonna happen. Like in probably like 20 years.
Damn, I didn't see it as that inspirational as you, but now that you're saying that, it's kind of making me change my tune a little bit.
But like, because
I did still like it, but
yeah,
it was Babylon.
I just think about honestly,
yes, and
that's what I was
we love
thinking
Babylon.
About. They were big Babylon fans. Didn't I tell you that, Matt? Like when
we
were
huge Babylon supporters.
Yeah, Joe, you did.
When it was there in the silent era, they thrive, and then they get to the speakeasy and they can't make it work anymore. I loved it. I'll not take this Minion slander from Matt.
Yeah, I know. And usually Matt's a big Minions guy.
I am.
Yeah.
But maybe it's like my love for Minions, like your guys' love for Minions is like intelligence level here. Mine is like here. Like I like the Minions.
You're giving me way too much credit.
Let's see. I was saying like about it too. What
was I gonna say? I don't know. I thought this is just like such a better, like Illumination on his 7th or 8th movie in this franchise. They finally figured out how to make like a good movie.
Well,
Yep.
I actually rewatched Despicable Me 1. That is a
Mhm.
great movie. That is a great movie.
Yeah.
Because my girlfriend wanted to watch it the other day, and we just threw it on kind of in the background, and I loved it. I don't like this doesn't come close to that in my opinion. Not that it has to, but
Yeah.
Did you guys like the credits? I thought the credits were
mean-
also really funny at the very end, where it's just them
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
random spells. And
It
I was
turned,
also
grew
oh.
into a cat. It's like Jesus.
Yeah, and then did Naked Grew.
No, you're good.
No, I was shocked. My entire
yeah,
theater,
sorry,
which
no,
was I was shocked. I went to like a 10:45 showing of this, and my entire theater was packed, and it was all adults. There was not one child in this entire theater with me. And I was like, this is great. Like, and everyone was loving it. So I was really shocked how much I enjoyed it. That I texted my family and was like, you guys have to go see the new Minions movie. Which was not a sentence I thought was coming out of my mouth.
yeah, I didn't think the Minions movie was gonna have a reference to like the first film ever made, and then like go
Yeah.
throughout film history. Like, what is that moon? Like that moon with the bullet in his eye or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I forget what that's called. That's
Isn't
like
it
one of
called,
the
like, I
first
Shot
movies.
the Moon or something like that?
Maybe.
It's something
Shot the
simple like
Minion.
that. I shot the Minion. And the only
It's
reason
just, it's a little strange. No, it's a little strange for this movie because it's getting such high praise. It has like 90% on Rotten Tomatoes we talked about. Like a lot of cinephiles seem to really enjoy it, but it just like isn't doing as well financially as you would expect for one of these
Yeah.
movies.
it doesn't make any sense.
I honestly think, and people aren't realizing this either, I think honestly the World Cup has something to do, not just with Minions, but overall, the summer box office is like, at least now, I mean, it's probably next week it'll be better with Odyssey and Spider-Man, but the last 3 weeks have really not been that high. Like even Moana, which like I expected to not, I mean, everyone knew that it was going to be a bad movie. That wasn't really a secret, but like I didn't think it was going to like would it make 40 million domestic or something like that?
Yeah, 43.
Yeah, it was bad.
Was not a
Yeah,
big
like
opening.
I think that it's, because it's not like the World Cup is just the U.S. It affects all the global markets. I definitely think that's part of it too. But also going from 100 million opening weekend for the last Minions to 30 million is definitely,
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to make money, but it's just like weird how there doesn't seem to be the correlation between making a good movie and earning good box office. So it's
Yeah.
like, why would Illumination even care? They might as well just throw out shit.
But also I
Like-
feel like they didn't market this that well either.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I didn't really, I mean, I knew it was coming out, but it felt very like, it really didn't ramp up marketing until maybe like a week before.
Yeah,
But-
like they were doing the previews at Regal. They were doing like the Minions preview where like they're choosing what preview shows, what trailer shows for each movie. But besides that, there's no way I would have went and saw this movie if you guys didn't tell me to go watch it for the episode.
Yeah.
Like it just
yeah.
wasn't a movie that was crossing my mind.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is probably because like the title and like the trailers and whatnot, they didn't really portray the movie as what it actually is, which is like this animated love letter to cinema. Like you would never get that idea
No,
from
no, remotely.
the advertising, which I think if people knew that, I don't know if kids would be more likely to go, but maybe that could convince families or like just average
Yeah.
moviegoers to go see it,
Yeah, and I was like I said about the beheading scene. There was also a scene where the dude just gets a pointy thing, a Lego shoved up his ass, and I was just
Oh,
in
yeah.
awe that this was in a Minions movie.
Yeah, they pushed the boundaries a little bit.
Yeah.
One of the other Minions movies, I saw it recently. There's like a gag where this one of the I forget which one it is, but they're at like a villain convention, and one of the evil villains is like he made like a clone machine to make clones of himself. He like travels to the future to like clone himself and then keeps doing it over and over, and there's a bunch of them, and they accidentally kill the original version, so then like all of them die. But like the dude literally just gets like slammed in the back of the head with like a piece of metal and dies. Like his dead body's just there. And the minion's like, and like walks away. These movies are like surprisingly violent, but it's played for a laugh, so it's kind of like that makes sense why they're allowed to get away with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the head just falling off the guy. I was so in shock by it, and it got an out loud laugh out of me. I was so happy that they were, because I like when the anime movies have jokes in there that work for adults, but this wasn't like
Yeah.
hidden in there. This was just straight up like main shot in the movie. We're not cutting away, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. What'd you guys think about the George Lucas cameo? It's kind of random, but apparently he's a big fan of the
Yeah.
franchise.
He
I thought
loves
it was
things that
fun.
you can sell for toys.
I was
Yeah.
hoping that he was gonna play like an actual character and not like himself.
It was like weird. I mean, I don't know.
It makes sense,
one
I
thing,
guess, like in
yeah,
the whatever. In the he's but when they said, "Oh, George Lucas cameo," I was like, "Oh, he's gonna play like a minion or something."
they would have
get up
taught him
speaking
Minionese. Like a complaint I've seen some people talk about online, I just want to like discuss it. Doesn't really bother me that much, but like this idea of like key jingling in movies where it's like just throwing in a reference here and there. Like for example, the Super Mario movie, the second one kind of felt like that. Oh, like look at this guy, look at this Mario thing. Why does it make it different if we're still key jingling, but we're just changing who the keys
Yeah,
are
but
being
I feel
jingled
like the
for?
story,
For example, it's like, oh, look at this movie reference. Look at this movie reference. Why does it matter? Why is this
What-
better?
the difference is this story is actually a well-written story, and it's not like just like the Super Mario movie. Like I love Mario and all that crap, but it's literally just like, look, the Pikmin, look, he does the Super Mario spin, like, and there's no plot. That's it. This is actually a movie going on. It's like, oh, look, there's a reference to this movie, but like the plot moves forward and things happen. It's not like it's just there and that's the only thing going on in the movie. Like the story of the movie is them trying to make a movie, so it's like that still happens throughout the process of the movie. Honestly, I don't even remember what Super Mario Galaxy's about, to be honest. Like, it's fair. Like, think about it,
Probably-
though.
Yeah.
I didn't
know?
watch
Yeah, it's
it.
probably
so
about
I
like
couldn't even give
Bowser.
anything.
You didn't watch it?
Damn.
No, I
Did
didn't
you
like the
Did
first
you grow
one.
up playing those games?
No, I never had Nintendo or Wii. I didn't play any of those. So I didn't play. I don't know. I didn't know
Oh,
anything
wow.
about Pokemon. So none of those things kind of like worked for
What?
me.
Bro.
Yeah.
Me and like, I had the fucking, when I went to Japan, I had the fucking Mew. Like, me and Matt were huge Nintendo fans growing up.
Yeah.
So but I mean, anyway, we're losing the plot. What were we talking about again? The fucking minions?
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, we were
I
talking about
think it
something
works.
about the minions. Yeah.
Yeah, like I think it's not like key jingling when it seems like it's part of the story where they're making film and he's learning about film. So are these kids who are gonna watch it and people who aren't cinephiles. So I like them doing all the references because it doesn't feel like, oh, just to get people in seats we're gonna cameo this, cameo that. These are things to push forward the story and just be like,
Yeah.
oh, look, we're making a film about, and these are all the references we can do while we're doing it. But it doesn't ever feel like they're jamming it down my throat like so many other films do.
Yeah, I'd agree with
Yeah,
that. Because
that's
I
fair.
feel like Mario, everybody knew going into that movie. Like they had a poster for Star Fox like 2 weeks before the movie released. That was like a big character reveal that he was going to be in it. So like I knew what I was walking into. Or they didn't advertise at all that it was going to be this love letter to cinema. Like you just went in and that's what was there. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think it's a little.
I mean,
different.
another complaint that I had, and I don't want to nitpick it too much again. Like this is the Minions, but we're also critiquing it.
No, you're allowed to, just because it's a kids
Yeah.
movie doesn't mean that it's like exempt from criticism.
With
Yeah.
Minions and monsters, right? I feel like they could have done more with the monsters. And talking about
Yeah.
key jingling here a little bit.
Yeah.
This is Universal making this. They should have done Minions throughout time working for the different Universal monsters, like each one.
I
feel
thought
like
that's
that would
what
kinda
the
be a
idea
fun
was
premise.
going to.
Well, they did. I mean, yeah, I guess we got the Mummy. That was like the closest thing we got. Yeah, honestly, yeah, you're right, because that's such a classic thing in movies, like the Universal monsters. Those are like the first horror movies. So it's like kind of, you're right, man. Honestly, it's a fair point. It's weird that they didn't even like mention them at all.
Yeah, no, I
Not
agree.
even for the
thought,
sake of like. I'll continue. I'm sorry.
No, I agree. I thought that was like I knew there was like big monsters in it, but I assumed that with them once they started referencing movies, I'm like, oh, they're gonna Werewolf Man's gonna be in this. The creature from the Black Lagoon's gonna be in it. Like I really thought they were just gonna go for it, and they didn't. So I was a
Yeah.
little disappointed in that. But
Yeah, it feels kind of like two separate movies. Like the Minions working for a bunch of different monsters, and then like the Minions
The
making a
movie
movie.
stuff. And then
So,
Dort.
and then Dort. Yeah, Dort was random.
I
didn't
Dort.
love him.
I liked
I liked him,
Jesse
but he
Eisenberg's
was
voice.
such a what's the term? A MacGuffin to the story. He was just there to help them at the end.
It felt like I don't know if you saw Toy Story. It felt like the toy buzzes. It felt like a similar role where like their whole point of them being in the movie was just to like serve as a plot device.
Yeah, and another thing, like I've been seeing a lot of the press for the movie with like Zoe Dutch, who I'm a big fan of hers, and Jesse Eisenberg, and I feel like especially her, she's like barely in the movie. They're just in
Yeah,
it at
she's
the
not.
end.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would
I
have
don't know
liked to
why
see
they
like a
get all
little bit
these.
more with
I don't know
her
why they get all
character.
these big names and they like voice them for like. I guess I don't. But if you don't spend a lot of money on the minions to add it to voice them, I guess you could spend money on the cast. I don't know, but
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Another thing that we usually do for our movies, Tommy, just if you're unaware, if you've never listened to us, I won't judge you. We do like our favorite scene, favorite character for each movie. So I probably should have told you that to prepare it, but we usually go on the spot.
yeah.
Joe, did you have a favorite scene in here?
I'll be specific, but I really, really enjoyed the opening sequence with them going from the guy on the horse, and they had the minion riding the cat, and they had like all the thing of like the stunt where the house falls and the person standing
With
in the middle of
Chaplin.
it. Like I enjoyed that. Yeah, that. And then yeah, probably that. Honestly, I thought that was a lot. The Jaws reference was cute too.
It was definitely them killing all their bosses. I thought that was so funny.
Well, the previous bosses scene, like
Yeah,
them
them
going through
killing
all
each
the
one of them was very funny to me. And then Henry's
Yeah.
my favorite
Yeah.
character.
Henry. For me, yeah, I would agree about. Actually, no, I like James the best. James is
I
funny.
like James.
I kind of like. I don't know if it's a specific scene, but it's like when James starts to like lose himself in the movie, and his relationship with Henry kind of gets like fractured. Just that like dynamic in general, I found very funny because it was like kind of played serious
Yeah,
to an extent.
and they're
Their
like
like fractured relationship, but yeah, and favorite character is James. But there wasn't like a particular scene in this that kind of
stuck out.
out to me that much, you
That's
know.
fair.
But
Fair point.
all right, I think we could rate
Get
this
the
one.
ratings. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go first. So Minions and Monsters, I gave it 3 stars, 6 out of 10. To me, it didn't really do that much different than the other Minions movies. I didn't think it was like a significant increase in quality. But I think that since I'm a movie lover and I'm a big fan of the Minions in general, I was able to get a lot out of it. And I'm glad that they made a Minions movie that the public is responding well to, and it's not just slop. So,
Yeah.
what'd you think, Joe?
So I was a little bit higher than you. I gave it a 4 out of 5, 8 out of 10. And I'd agree. I think it's definitely really nice to see the general public like have a positive reaction to these movies. And honestly, I was just surprised at how much I really enjoyed it. If you would have asked me this 6 months ago, I would have been like, no, I don't think I'm going to enjoy my experience watching Minions and Monsters. But I actually really did. So,
Yeah, no, I agree with Joe. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. I enjoyed it way more than I ever thought I would enjoy a Minions movie. I really appreciate them taking a swing to be a good movie and not just putting out slop for kids. And I mean, from beginning to end, I was enjoying myself. I left with a smile, and that's all I could ask for when going to see a Minions movie.
Yeah.
Yep, you can't beat that. Sorry, guys, if there was like a slight delay there. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're going to continue. So, Joe, why don't you read the synopsis for Evil Dead Burn?
Evil Dead Burn, directed by Sebastian Vanisek. Definitely butchering it. Every family has its demons. After the loss of her husband, a woman seeks solace with her mother-in-laws. As one by one they transform into deadites, she comes to discover that the vows she took in life survive even in death. So, I consider myself a pretty big Evil Dead fan. I think it's like my favorite horror franchise. And I think this is another really solid entry in the franchise. It's closer to Evil Dead 2013 than Evil Dead Rise. It's really dark. It's another way I would describe it is violent. Like it feels like you're getting like a punch in the face watching this movie. It's just like, I mean, there are moments of humor in it, but it's like gritty and dark and like I mean this in a positive way. I'm not saying this in like a negative way. It's just something that I feel like this franchise hasn't really had in a little bit. Like I loved Rise and I loved the kind of, I forgot the woman's name who plays like the main Deadite in that, like the kind of goofiness of that. But I also really
Alyssa
enjoyed
Sutherland.
yeah. I really enjoyed this for like there's no hope. It feels so hopeless and dark. And like how like it doesn't feel like anyone's gonna survive this situation. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'll let you guys speak. I'm sorry, I'm hogging it a little bit.
Yeah, you go ahead, Tommy. What'd you think?
So I would consider myself a average fan of the Evil Dead franchise. I think 2013 Evil Dead is a horror masterpiece, though. I love how dark and brutal, and absolutely there's no joy in that movie. But with this one, it felt like it took me like 40 minutes to like get into like what they were selling me with this one. At times, it felt almost too like they were trying to be 2013, but it wasn't hitting the same way. And then once the Deadites start going and it gets pretty violent, that's when they really started to get me, and I was actually really enjoying myself. But I feel like the first act for me really dragged a little bit. But overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to after the first act. So I still think it's an okay entry in the franchise,
Yeah,
just
I
not its
agree.
strongest.
Yeah, it definitely took a little bit to get going, especially like the build up at the
Yeah.
beginning. Like the opening scene it was solid. It wasn't as good as Evil Dead Rise's opening scene, but then after that, it kind of like screeches
Slows
to a
down.
halt,
Yeah.
and like you get introduced to this plot point about how like there's an abusive relationship going on, which they don't. This is a thing we could get to later, but they don't really do anything with that subplot. But yeah, like Joe said, it's very mean. It's like very mean spirited. There's
Yeah.
like some horrible things going on during the movie, especially the scene with the dog. Really brutal, memorable. It's something that they don't do a lot in movies. But I did really enjoy it. I honestly had a great time. I think I spoke about this a little bit when I posted like a clip, like a review after we saw it. There are a lot of moments that are similar to. You've seen Rise, Tommy, or no?
I have. We reviewed it. I enjoyed
Okay.
Rise.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like there's a lot of moments like the cheese grater in that. There's like a bunch of moments like that in this, like the
Yeah.
pen in the ear, the dishwasher, the
The buzzsaw.
I feel like the characters just weren't as likable in this one as I feel like they were in Rise. Like Rise, I felt like I was rooting for the characters. While this one, it kind of I was like, these people are just cannon fodder. I could really care what happens next to each one of them. I just wanted to get to like the next kill. And going to what you just said about like the cheese grater stuff though, I felt like this one didn't as violent as it was, at times I was like, I want like a big kill, and we got the one with the dishwasher door. Don't get me wrong, that shit was brutal, but it felt like it just never hit with the same like ferocity that I was hoping it would get to with how dark they wanted this movie to be.
That's fair. What were you
Yeah.
gonna say, Joe? Too?
Another complaint that I was thinking about. I really didn't like the kind of like final Deadite. Like I like the idea
Yeah.
that this one Deadite had like was a little bit stronger than the other ones, or like But I think about Rise. Think about the end of Rise, that kind of practical effects, like 3-person like that's so much cooler than whatever they did. Like I just feel like there was more they could have done, like than just like a CGI kind of, I
Yeah,
don't
I was
know. It was a little
disappointed
disappointing.
by
Yeah,
that.
that's like disappointing is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, they
But
so I
Yeah.
hate the CGI that they did, but I was watching behind the scenes. I was actually shocked. The guy at the end, like the last Deadeye, he's like a mix of practical and CG. Like they did his face and his torso, and then they CG'd his legs
oh,
down.
really?
So I'll give them credit for that. It just
I'm actually
the
curious.
CG
I'm curious what
overlay.
it looks like without the CG.
Yeah, I mean, it looked really cool. Like, but they would do like they fractured his skull, and then it was like a green screen slab here. Like they were mixing it in, and I wish they kind of just did something a little easier and more practical. Maybe don't do the fire in the beginning, so you can do a
Yeah.
more practical Deadite.
Or just do like the burnt. Just make them have like burnt skin.
Yeah, like something
You
like
know?
it could have been so much more simple than what they ended up going for, which seems to be a big problem in
did,
horror
yeah.
in total. Is like that they want to always take that big shot at the end,
Yeah.
and I feel like going simple sometimes is just the best answer.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
I
that
like
was
the
one
idea.
thing, Joe, I was gonna
What?
bring up,
Yeah.
definitely. Like that it just feels like I know you mentioned that it is actually like not fully CGI. It definitely looked CGI to me.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
feels
like
like it's like
yeah.
the antithesis of Evil Dead. It's all about like practical effects and like, you know, like real blood, well not real, but like real
Yeah.
blood and guts. So then at the end of this movie, which like a lot of the movie did seem to have, but then at the end when you get like this creature, which, I don't know. It was like nothing close to Alyssa Sutherland's Deadite maggot
No.
mommy.
No, but
No,
the three
they-
that like but that's practical effects too, the end of Rise. That like Sorry, I'm getting indigested. That the creature at the end of Rise, it's like I know, sorry. There's like I know there's like the obviously like puppeting thing, but there's also like clips of they have the three people like together and they're on like strings on their back and like they're like actually crawling, which I didn't know they did. It looks really cool. Also, speaking of time, I forgot to mention this too. Me and Matt left early when we were watching this, but apparently there's an end credit scene with Sutherland in it, and we missed it. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
even
was
know
just
it was
about
in
to
it.
bring it up. You guys missed it? That was like the coolest. I was actually really excited that there's finally seems like that they're gonna connect these stories because there's
Yeah.
3 books of the Necronomicon, however you say it.
Necronomicon, yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 books, so I wanted to see them bring like some of the books together, and I know there's like the whole hate on sequels and big IPs and all that. I I like seeing when they, especially stories like this where they seem so different, and then you get to mix them together and see these different kind of stories all get brought back into one big screen event. So it was kind of cool to see her, and she absolutely snaps a little girl's head, like a little child on screen. They snap her and her neck pops out. It was super
Damn.
brutal. And it
Like
is
from,
by far the most brutal scene in the movie.
From 28 Years Later, like where the guy rips his
Or
fucking spine out like
Terrifier,
that. Or Terrifier, yeah.
like killing children.
I mean, I wonder what, because now we have Evil Dead Wrath, which comes out in 2 years, and that's supposed to take place. That's supposed to predate Evil Dead,
Before
but
the
it's supposed to-
original one.
original. So and honestly, I know it didn't do as well as they wanted, but it already made its budget back. It only cost $20 million to make. It already made like $28 million. So they'll probably do more of these. They
Yeah,
make them for pretty small, and they usually make a profit.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
definitely It's one of the most consistent horror franchises that we have. I
Yeah.
would say. I don't think I
None
recently
of
did
them
like a
are
ranking.
are considered like bad in my opinion. None of them are bad.
No.
They're all like
Yeah, I feel like the only
Army of
one was
Darkness
Army
is
of
like
Darkness.
the really different one. Yeah,
But that was because it
But
was
that's
so
but
different.
that's
But it's a
just
good
different.
movie.
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely think it's a good movie. I think it's more just it's not Evil Dead, so people, like when you expect Evil Dead and you get Army of Darkness, I can see why people would be disappointed.
Can we
Joe,
talk
did you
about
ever
the
watch this
cameo
guy's?
in of what's his name? The main Ash is in this movie for a quick second.
Is he?
Did anyone
Wait,
else
where-
notice that?
Where?
So
I remember reading online it was in it, but I didn't see where.
you know the scene when the grandmom's in like the chairlift and she goes up like you just see her go up past all the family portraits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's one of them. He is his own family portrait. And I wasn't sure if they were trying to say that he's the husband, like the one who found all this. I was so confused. I was like, are we just gonna go
That's
past the Ash is just on the on the wall?
Me and Matt
I
were
didn't
thinking
notice
that
that.
too. That is Ash the father. Then like that's been like trying to search for all these artifacts and stuff. But then they show a picture of the dad, and it's not the dad. But
Yeah,
we
it's
were
not
thinking
Ash.
about that too. They expand the lore a little bit too, like the wise men. Like that's new to they've never really talked about that before. And like
No,
the
I don't think they
dagger,
have.
like that's all new to the lore.
well, I think the Kandarian dagger is an actual thing from the Evil Dead lore. I'm pretty sure, and
really?
it's appeared in other source material, and it's like that first one that she grabs that looks like a skull and has like that crazy design.
Yeah.
That I think is what it is in another movie, but they explain in this movie that he basically like cut the tip of that off and like put it on that little dagger or something, and that's why that one works.
Okay.
Oh, so he was trying
I
to
think. I
hide
could
even
be
more than the other one.
Completely wrong.
I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Joe, I was gonna ask, have you seen this guy's other movie, like Infested?
Crawl.
It was
No,
something
I
with
want to though.
spiders.
The spider movie. It's supposed to be really good.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
because I
Seen
know
it?
you were talking about it. I haven't seen it, but apparently it was so good that it got Raimi to like hand select him for this movie.
Well, I think it was like he made a pitch to Raimi, but the only way he could do it was that if he had complete control. And then Raimi loved his pitch, and he was able to. He's gonna get something after this. I feel like, and he's
Yeah.
young too. He's like
Yeah, he's like in his late 20s, isn't he?
he's what in his 30s.
I don't know.
Something
He's
like that.
handsome though. I'll
Yeah,
say
he's
that.
he's very handsome. All the
Yeah.
shit I see online is like, and like people were like, it's not fair that the Evil Dead movie's coming out and the director's hot. I mean, like, he looks like a Chad. Like he's like a fucking big like French dude.
Yeah, he's definitely a Giga Chad. I'll give him that.
I
He's not a
do think
chud.
we need to talk about the group chat incident from when I got out of the Evil Dead. I don't remember which one of you
Oh,
texted
yeah.
about the
What
dog.
happened?
Whatever
That was
one of
Joe.
you
I don't know
texted
what
me
he
had
said.
the
Yeah.
dog. that the dog lived. That was a
Bro.
crazy take.
I think because like they never show that the dog is like dead. They just show that she stabbed him once with the dagger, and the dagger is supposed to be like if you have like this is how I took it. If you got stabbed by the dagger, you became normal, but like then you just kind of died from whatever injuries you had.
Bro,
That's how
even if
But if a
that
dog got stabbed 18
mauled with a
times, I'm pretty sure
fork,
the dog died.
yeah,
Yeah, but it wasn't like he
Exactly.
got stabbed and he got stabbed like in the back. Didn't hit like major organs.
bro, it was
or
in his
anything
neck.
like that.
He was like this.
Yeah, but it was a fork. One.
What
And
do you
two-
mean, bro? You would survive
Joe,
that?
do you want me to stab you with a
One,
fork
you
and
got
see
stabbed in
how
the
it
back of the
feels?
There's definitely worse places to be stabbed than like with a fork than like if you get stabbed your
Bro, I don't-
liver, you're not making it. You're done.
I'm pretty sure if you ask like 100 people who walked
If
out
I
of that,
stab
did the
someone in
dog
the neck,
survive?
they're not getting up either.
Like if
Yeah, you'd
carotid,
be the only one, Joe.
yeah. But it was like the back of the neck. I don't know.
Well,
Whatever.
now we're
But-
getting into the medical terms. Here we go.
I mean, I was walking
Anyway.
in my apartment out loud laughing. I thought it was just such a funny text to get after I didn't think about the dog
that's the way
once.
like, I was like, oh, he probably like survived. I was like, she made it a point to stab him at the end so she could free him.
bro,
I
but
thought
she
she
also
did it only when
stabs
she
like
killed the last deadite that was bothering her.
yeah, exactly. She stabs the other guy and he dies, like the
Well, he's
brother
also
or
like
whatever.
burnt alive, and the father has a hole in his head.
No, the other
That
one
was
that
another
his
cool
ass
scene,
beat.
actually. Wait, what? Which one? The
Yeah, the
son?
brother gets like launched like through the ceiling. Remember, he like flies down two
Oh,
flights of stairs and gets smashed.
some of the movement in this movie was they were like floating around and stuff. Like,
Yeah, I like
remember, like,
they purposely did that to like have like a different take
yeah,
on
I
deadites.
like that.
That was part of his pitch.
Yeah. What did you think of the
I think we got to talk about the
gun scene?
Go.
I was gonna talk about the gun scene.
Gun
That was like the
scene.
I
first
really
time I think I've
liked
ever
it.
seen a Deadite use a gun.
Wait, what
Yeah,
was
and then
that?
just
Am I
blew his
stupid?
face up.
He shoots himself in
Yeah,
the head.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
3
I actually
times.
really like that scene.
Yeah. That was really cool. And like the visual thing of like the hole in his head was like really cool. That
Yeah.
Yeah, and they
their
did
sons
good
of-
I wanted
practical
to talk
effects on
about
it for later.
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
We're
I
talking
think
about-
I'm
I wanted
delayed
to talk
now.
about
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
that the son, what's his name? He's a fucking bitch.
Which
First of all,
which son?
his dad's attempting to kill not
Oh,
the
yeah,
one that
yeah,
like
the one-
yeah. His dad's like attempting to kill his girlfriend, like literally choking her out.
Yeah, I would have
and
shot
he's just
that.
sitting there like
Am I
not
allowed to
doing
curse on
anything.
here?
Yeah, I would like yeah.
I would have shot that motherfucker so quickly. There would have been no hesitation.
Yeah, like
in
I
my
don't know.
mind.
I don't like you can clearly tell something is up with him. Like, oh, why does he look like that? His eyes are fucking white. Like, what obviously something's going on. He's just I don't know.
I mean, it's his dad, I guess.
I get
That's
it.
your
but it's like-
wife.
it's like and not even that, but it's like something's wrong with him. Like, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
would
don't
have
know.
That
been
pissed
over.
me off.
Hold on. Yeah, wait.
And then
would've
he had no
mag bumped his
hesitation
car.
shooting his girlfriend. Like
I-
zero
I like that
hesitation
she
shooting
brings
the
it
girl,
up.
and then yeah.
So we were talking about
Shooting our dads.
We'll get back to it. Yes. Shooting your dad. Would you do it? Yes or no? I
I'm
don't
sorry, Pops. You're a whole mag.
Yeah,
I-
bro.
that
Like,
was-
yeah, like, nah. I don't know about the whole mag, but like, if he's like, dude, here's the thing. Like, I feel like it's so clearly obvious that he's a deadite at this point. It's not like, oh, Dad, what's wrong? He's straight up like choking his girlfriend and like stabs her with the headpiece of the car, and it's just like,
Bro, you know
oh,
who you
like, come on.
you know who you reminded me
Oh, for
of?
Bear, right?
Bear.
Yeah,
He's like
I know. I
Bear.
was thinking that too. It was just like Bear.
He's too much of a coward.
Yeah. Actually, Bear is even worse because he won't even kill. He won't even kill Nikki.
Who's the biggest pussy? Bear.
Bear.
His
Definitely
son.
Bear.
I forgot his name.
Bear's
Bear.
like ungodly
terrible.
levels of fucking, Yeah, he's so bad.
Down bad.
That's like the
yeah. This is what I kept trying to say before, and this is why I knew I
What?
was delayed because you guys weren't reacting. I want to talk about the camera work. I thought the camera work was
the
amazing.
camera work was great. A lot
Especially
of
that
creative ways
scene
with
like
the
in
camera.
the bathtub, like following her up onto the ceiling.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
The mirror scene in the fight, that was great.
Yeah.
That was
Also,
one of the
a lot
coolest
of
transitions I've seen. in a
Really
while.
nice one takes. Like
It
I know
reminded
they're
me
not
of
like fight scenes per se. Like they're I don't know what you would call it, but the one take scenes were really good. Honestly, giving me Old Boy vibes a little bit.
Yeah, Old Boy crosses with
that what you were thinking,
Deadites.
man?
It was really cool.
Yeah, I was what's it called? That scene of the mirror kind of reminded me of, you know, that transition in Saw. You know what I'm talking about?
Which one? No.
Where they like
No.
smash through a window, or like someone gets smashed through like a mirror and it instantly like cuts to another scene of like a doctor walking in, and they did it practically. I don't know, whatever. I'll like
Like
send you the clip later, but
yeah.
See this now.
but it's like a crazy work of cinematography, or
Yeah.
it's because it's not even editing, because it's all like done at once. But anyways, let me think. What else did I have to say about this movie? So wait, where would you guys personally rank it in the franchise?
Oh wait, I actually wrote it down. Hold on. I had it at. You want to just read my rankings, all of them now?
Yeah, let's hear it.
I was talking with our we have a cousin Joe that's like also into stuff. So mine was Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead Rise, and then like Burn in 2013 are like very close in my opinion, and then Army of Darkness and Evil Dead.
Wait, say that
It's
again.
not bad.
What was the? Sorry, you said Burn was last.
No. It's Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead Rise. Then I said Burn in 2013 are like tied for third.
Okay, yeah,
Army of Darkness and the original Evil Dead.
that's pretty similar to mine.
Yeah.
I would say.
I
mean,
I think mine's.
I prefer the. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you go.
No, you're good. I think mine's 2013, then Evil Dead Original, Evil Dead Burn, Evil Dead 2, this one, Army of Darkness. And it's more, and Army of Darkness is probably better than a couple of them. It's just that it's not like the other movie. It should be its own story at this point.
Yeah.
Just in the universe.
Yeah, Raimi really took some liberties with that one. That's for sure. I wonder if we're gonna get Ash back at some point. I don't know.
I feel like he's too old.
And
almost
he's
80
dealing
now.
with cancer right now. So I don't. He's had to push back a bunch of stuff.
Is he actually that old?
Yeah, dude.
He's
old.
80.
He's almost 80. He's in his 70s.
Yeah, I mean, when did Evil Dead
It's
1
kinda
come
sad
out?
to
He was
think
in his
about.
20s.
No, he's 68. Give him some credit.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 68. That's
Listen,
it's
it's
a hard
if
movie
Ian-
to do at
If
68.
Ian McKellen, yeah, that's true. If Ian
Ian
McKellen can
McKellen's
be
gonna do
Magneto,
stand-in shots. And he's got the long hair and everything. It's a lot easier for Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
I heard he's doing his own stunts. I don't know
I
if
did
that's
see
true.
that too, actually.
Yes, walking for Ian McKellen right now is
But,
stunts for Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
I love Ian McKellen, by the way. That's not taking a dig at my guy.
No, yeah, we know.
Yeah, why are you making fun of an old man?
Because if he's trying to do his own stunts, he will not film another movie.
Yeah, that's really it, I think, on this movie. I don't know if I have anything else I want to talk about here. I don't know if you guys want to add anything else.
I thought the main actress was good.
Yeah, she was good. The dude who we were calling a pussy, I forget his name. I think it's like Joseph or something. He was from Daredevil, right? Or no?
Does he play
plays.
Muse?
He's also in Wednesday. That's how he got popular.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Wednesday, but he's like the love interest, right, in the first season.
Yeah,
That's where he looks like. He is
good.
Muse then. Okay. I was like, I knew his face from somewhere.
Oh, he was Muse. Now we have a new Muse. Stupid
yeah.
ass story.
But you know they're filming Daredevil Born Again like around the corner
not
from
far
me
from you,
tomorrow.
right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Well, I
You're
saw
gonna
like
see,
I might pull up on it. I saw signs that say like filming here, like no parking, and the title was Out the Kitchen. So I like looked it up online, and people were saying like that's the working title for Born Again. So I might stop by and see what's going on.
Yeah, see, isn't
Definitely
like
go stop
Elektra
by,
and
that's
Luke
all.
Cage and everyone in it this year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
Electra's gonna
shocked
be in it.
Electra's back.
Yeah,
I
they'll
wonder if she'll
they'll
be in
figure something out.
Spider-Man with the hand and all.
That's probably how they read
that movie.
Yeah, that's
wouldn't be the
honestly
craziest thing.
something I didn't think about. But anyways,
Well,
let's
anyway.
wrap up Evil Dead Rise before or Evil Dead
Yeah.
Burn. Sorry.
Evil Dead Burn.
Did it live up to the title? Yes,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah, I
enough
mean,
burning.
There's a
Right?
lot of burning.
I mean, it could have been maybe a little more burning if you ask me. I thought they were gonna be more like fire kills. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
anyway,
Oh
guess
wait,
they burn the
one
whole
other
house
kill I
down.
want to mention. Yeah, they do. That I thought was gross. I don't even know if it's not even a kill, but with the corkscrew, when he stabs her in the neck and she like takes it and drags it down her entire neck, like
Mhm.
opening her. It was disgusting. That was so
That-
gross.
also the scene of when they boil the guy in the water, and she steps on his hand, and like this all the
Oh, and the
layers of
skin
skin
slides
just come
away. That
off.
was
Oh
bad.
yeah.
That was such a small scene, That was so well done. I was like, oh my god, fucking nasty. Because that, like, I mean, like, not to get like, that's like what it's fucking like when people burn their skin. It's just like,
Yeah, it
Yeah, I
just
saw you
feels.
spitting out your popcorn when that happened, Joe.
yeah,
Oh yeah, also Joe and
Well-
I got to watch this early. I forgot to mention that.
yeah,
we
we
watched
did,
it
which was
like
nice.
the Tuesday before it came out, which was fun.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I know. I feel like
Yeah, one
like
of the perks of being in New
reestablished myself
York,
down here.
there's like there's a ton of early screenings here.
yeah. New York is like, we're very lucky that like there's so many things that just because we're in New York, we'll be able to go to.
Yeah, we went to.
I'm sure there's a lot in
Barbarian
Austin
had.
too.
Yeah, Barbarian had their premiere in New York. We got to go to that. That was pretty cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, too bad I didn't really like that movie. Downside.
Yeah, I mean
It's
it's
alright.
a little bit overrated in my opinion. but-
Agreed.
All right, wait. So
Ooh.
I guess did you guys have a favorite scene in particular in the movie?
Let me think.
I was
Probably
gonna
the
say I really
bathtub
like.
scene.
Yeah, I was gonna say that as well. The bathtub leading into like that scene in the attic.
Attic.
That
yeah.
whole
Yeah.
sequence was just really fun. And there's like the hole where you get the jump scare and stuff. And then going on the roof was fun. I really like that sequence.
I like the scene where like the Deadite kind of like reveals himself, like that one take sequence in the living room.
the final Deadite, or which one?
No, like when the dad finally becomes like a Deadite, essentially.
Oh, like when he
And
snaps.
he
Okay.
stabs the dog, and they go on, and then
Yeah.
the girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah. No, and then that's when the son like runs in, and is like all like distraught.
no,
Oh,
that's,
you
that's
mean
different scenes.
after the car
This-
accident and stuff.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah,
confused. After the
Yeah.
car accident, that one take scene of them in the whole that was my favorite scene.
That's a good one. And then favorite character, probably I really liked the father, Edgar. I think he was probably my favorite Deadite in the movie. And like you mentioned, like the gun scene and just like his look, how he acted, like with the food too, that was nasty. And I thought the
Yeah.
actor did a great job as well.
Yeah, he's my favorite character
Fair.
too.
I liked Alice the best. I thought she was a really cool final girl. She smoked cigarettes. She was
Solid
cool.
pick.
Um,
That's awesome.
what was I gonna say? Something about. Oh, what did you think of the like kiss scene?
Disgusting.
forgot
That
about
might have been
that.
the grossest part of the movie.
I kind
That
of
was
liked it. I
terrible.
don't, I don't know
Yo.
why. It was.
Cancel him. Bro, that was disgusting.
I thought it was. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool.
What was cool about that?
It was unique.
Just
I mean, I
tongue
guess.
kissing with
I've never
blood.
seen that before. I thought he was gonna. I thought he was gonna like bite her mouth off, honestly, or something. That's what I was expecting. I was like, oh, he's gonna fucking take a chunk out of her or something. And they just
Yeah,
started
honestly,
making out.
that
I'm
was
like,
weird. That was like we've never seen a non-Deadite like working with the Deadites to help them.
Yeah,
That was kind of like a
Grief
new
does
thing
things
to
to the brain,
franchise.
man.
because she's like corrupting. She's like, oh, like we want to be together. They want to bring the son back.
Yeah,
So she kind of like,
yeah, and she's like, "Yeah, you haven't kissed me like that in
you haven't kissed
40
me like
years."
that in years.
Yeah, that was a weird. I
Yeah.
felt like that was a weird line to
There's
put
a-
in there. I kind of wish they just cut away.
The line was weird. They should have just left the like let her not like say like just leave it alone at that. I don't know why they put the line.
Yeah, I don't know, weird scene, or maybe it was
So
hot.
you could tell
Who knows?
you could tell the director was French,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
but
Maybe we
Anyway.
could rate it, Joe. You could
yeah, let's
start.
finally rate it. I gave it so I'll just pick myself to go first. I gave it a 3.5 out of 10. So 7 out of 10. Really
Wait, say
solid
that
in my
again?
opinion. 3.5 out of 5. So
There you go.
7 out of
Okay.
10. Really solid addition to the Evil Dead franchise. Some really violent kills, great camera work, some kind of memorable Deadites. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Alright.
I agree.
Yeah,
I give it 3 out of
give it
5.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
No,
Oh.
you go,
Um,
Tommy.
I-
Sorry.
I give it a 3.5 out of 5 as well. I feel like I felt like I hope no one comes off that I didn't like this movie because I ranked towards the bottom. I think this is such a hard franchise to get a good ranking because it's so consistent across the board. But I really enjoyed myself with this one. I
Yeah.
feel like I wish it was surprisingly. I wish it was a little more violent at times. But all in all, I think it's a good addition, and I like that they were willing to do a little post-credit scene setting up another movie. And then just killing off like a 4-year-old was just a crazy way to start my morning at 10 a.m.
I can't believe I fucking missed that scene.
Yeah.
Dude.
I know. The other post-credit scene was kind of fun too. I thought that was gonna be
Yeah.
it, but
With the old lady.
yeah.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, I'm surprisingly, especially with how I've been talking about it, I actually rated it higher than both of you. I give it a 4 stars. 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely towards the top of this franchise. I would probably say it's the third best in the franchise if I had to rank them. Which, yeah, I did rank them. That video is on our page if you want to check that out. But yeah, just like this is like a great movie for an Evil Dead fan. It has everything you'd want. It has the humor where there needs to be humor. It has very grotesque, memorable moments. It has fun deadites, and it's just like very dark and mean and brutal. So in terms of an Evil Dead story, I think there's like not much wrong with it. The only main complaint for me is the ending, like how they ended it with how that like last Deadite looked, and then
Look like
a little bit of
the
like
horror.
he looked like Triple T a little bit, yeah. But and then besides that, like they didn't really expand from tongue to what I'm about to say next. They didn't expand on like the abusive relationship that much. Like they kind of bring that like they introduced that at the beginning, but they don't really expand on it. Like
No, you're right. Like, because they just established that she's been abused in the past, but they don't really like. They just like put it out there.
yeah.
I don't know if it's just they put it out there so you're not supposed to feel bad that he's like dead. I don't know. I don't really know. Then like the whole thing where he's like he wants her to stop smoking cigarettes. I don't know what that was about either.
Yeah.
How the fuck to
I
smoke
guess-
cigarettes? Man, who cares?
Yeah, I didn't really. I felt like that
Whatever.
was kind of the first
mean-
act. Kind of felt like you could have thrown it away and I could have given this the same score.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, there wasn't anything. The only thing I like the scene where the car like lights on fire, where the head rolls and she starts like talking. That was
Oh,
really
it starts
cool.
talking.
Yeah.
So who would have thought that Evil Dead Burn and Minions would both have a decapitation in them?
Yeah,
That's
who
crazy.
would have thought? Yeah,
It's one thing in common with these
we need
movies.
the Evil Dead Minions fucking crossover.
Dude, the minions would rock. They can't die.
Yeah, they would
that'd be
work for a
perfect.
Deadite.
They would just turn in. The minions would
Bro,
turn into Deadites.
Wait
They
a
should-
second.
That's a
Wait a
good
second.
movie.
Minions also had a monster book in their movie as well.
Oh,
it's
shit.
true.
Now we're cooking. Hold on.
Now we are cooking.
There's more in common than
Guys,
we
I
thought.
think we should write this movie and show it to Sam Raimi. I think this is the next steps.
I
Fuck
think
Raimi.
honestly.
Let's bring it to Pierre Coffin to direct. All right, let's transition. We have
To the
some
movie
film news that we're going to talk about.
Can I talk about Actually, that's the last thing you put. Never mind. We'll wait.
Yeah. I'll introduce this first one.
Okay.
So, yeah, and also if you're in the Discord, Tommy, I don't know, you could like just follow along. I forgot if you joined that or not, but anyways.
I did.
So, yeah, the first bit of news that we got was that we were getting a Siren Head movie at Warner Brothers. Brian Duffield is going to direct, and Zach Kreger is co-writing the script. To be honest, I don't know anything about Siren Head. This picture is kind of funny. It's literally a guy with a siren as a head. But I think like the most important thing that we should discuss about this is the fact that Zach Kreger is involved, and also the fact that it's another like YouTube sort of creepypasta thing that's becoming like a mainstream Hollywood movie. And is
Well, one
Hollywood
thing
getting
that-
the wrong idea from Backrooms, or like are you guys down for this? You know?
But I mean, I definitely think that they are getting the wrong idea from this. But I will say, it reminds me a lot of how when like superhero movies got big in the beginning, they just started making all these random superhero movies. But the difference is they're getting some dogs on these movies, dude. We're going to talk about the movie next that Spielberg is producing. Fucking Zach Kreger, who just got off of Weapons, who's going to do Resident Evil, who looks amazing as well, is going to be writing this movie. So, I mean, I don't really have particular interest in Siren Head, but in a Zach Kreger written horror movie, I'd be interested in that. You know, it's interesting to me they're getting such high-end talent to do these things.
Agreed.
I mean,
You know?
I don't know if they're getting. I mean, there's always that whatever's hot right now, they're gonna try and push it in Hollywood. Which I mean, you can hate it, you can whatever
Yeah.
we all feel about it, but I mean, these things do numbers, and I mean, Slenderman is an example of when it goes wrong, and that was just because they rushed Slenderman. I feel like if you have a good team behind it, all these stories can be super creepy. I mean, 90% of the horror movies we know movies about all come from folklore, which is just before there was creepypasta, it was just word of mouth of people making up these stories
Yeah.
of what happen in their town. So I mean, I'm really excited for both of these. I hope that they're not just rushed in, but knowing Krieger's attached to one and Spielberg's attached to the other, I mean, I'm excited.
Do you know anything about Siren Head or no?
No, not a fucking
Me?
thing.
Either of you?
Not a clue. I just know there's like that image is all I know about it, honestly.
I know it was a
It's
game
literally
on
a siren
Roblox
as a
I
head.
played before.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
That's all I got.
Yeah, wasn't it a Roblox thing?
I
Like, didn't it
swear,
originate
I
from
saw it on
Roblox?
Roblox.
No, I don't doubt you. Like, I believe you.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, the
Who
other one we
knows?
were referencing though was the Mandela Catalog, which is a YouTube series that was created by Alex Kister, who is going to direct the film similar to Kane Parsons with Backrooms. But this one, yeah, like we mentioned, Steven Spielberg is producing this. It's just craziness going on.
Just the idea
Like,
of
what the
that Steven Spielberg could be reading Squidward's Suicide and be greenlighting that next.
He might. He might. We never know what's next.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
like
feel like this
they're
one-
definitely like, what about Russian Sleep Experiment? I remember one of those like that.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
there's a movie of Russian sleep
What were you
experiment.
gonna
I
say?
think, right?
Sorry.
Really?
I think there
I
is.
just know there's that picture of the guy that like he looks like he just looks like so evil and he has like the wraps around him or something.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Jeff the Killer. That's gonna be next.
Oh,
I
no,
feel like
one.
that's been in the works for fucking mad long.
So wait,
like
what about-
A24's
What about this Mandela
Oh.
Catalog thing though? Do we know anything about this? I think it has something to
No.
do with what did I say before?
doppelganger?
It has to do
Doppelgangers,
not with like
yes. But apparently it's
skin
creepy.
stealers, but like same people, same looking.
Okay.
So Spielberg, he must have seen something in it. But I think recently he's talked about like he loved Obsession, and I'm
Yeah,
not sure
and
if he
Backrooms
talked.
talked about as well.
Yeah, did he talk about Backrooms? I was gonna ask
Mhm.
that. So
Him and
I
Nolan
mean,
both talked about how they like them both.
yeah, so we'll see. I mean, we're probably all excited about it just because Spielberg's attached, even though Disclosure Day was a bit of a dud. But
I didn't see it. God damn.
And he's not.
you didn't see it. You didn't see Disclosure Day?
No, I was moving down here the weekend it came out, so I kind of like it just flew under my radar, like right when it came out.
You didn't miss out on much.
Yeah, it wasn't really that good, honestly. I don't know. It's all yeah. I don't. Not Spielberg's finest work in my opinion. But anyway, I don't know if you want to, Matt. I could talk about the next.
Yeah, Joe, you can read this next one, sure.
Actually, well, this is more you oriented, but Dwayne Johnson will star in Freebyrd with a Y, a new film directed by Greg Cadder, who directed Sing Sing, which is supposed to be phenomenal. I've never
Close.
seen it. The film follows a Las Vegas motorcycle stuntman who conceals his dementia diagnosis from everyone at his risk doing one last jump. Sounds pretty good. I like that The Rock is not, I mean, listen, I don't, he's every time he does one of these, he's gonna do like a Moana and a Jumanji. But listen, I'll take it. I like him doing these more niche, random roles with these like more talented directors. Like he has the one with Aronofsky coming up as well with Timothy Chalamet, and that like lizard movie with Safdie, correct?
Yeah, Lizard People.
Um,
Or no, Lizard
so-
Music. Sorry,
lizard music or whatever the hell it is, or singing. Isn't he like a chicken or something? I don't know.
he's the chicken
Yeah,
man.
he's
in
like
it.
an old dude that
yeah,
wears
he's
a
dressing
chicken
up as a
suit,
chick,
isn't
but
he?
whatever. Yeah.
Something like that.
But anyway, it's cool to see him doing these roles that are like actually serious and not Moana.
Yeah,
but,
agreed. Because I was a big fan of Smashing Machine. So his first like attempt at doing something serious, I really enjoyed. So I think the more that he kind of dips his toe into doing that instead of doing
Yeah.
what's the Christmas one, Red One, then
Oh,
I'm
God,
more excited
that
about
movie's
stuff
terrible.
like this. Definitely.
Every time I think about Red One, you know what I'm talking about, Matt? The clip though, he's like, I just saw Oppenheimer on IMAX. He's like, wait till we get Red One in these IMAX screens, forget it. And like he just like, I forgot the exact clip. You know what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah, I've seen that clip. I don't think Red
Oh.
One ever made it to those IMAX screens. Sadly.
Wasn't it direct to Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So
But anyway,
yeah, what did you think, Tommy? Do you have any thoughts on this news or not really?
yeah.
And it's The Rock. I have such a love-hate relationship with him because I love his stupid action movies, but I also enjoyed the Smash Machine. So I feel like it's one of these movies that I'm just gonna wait and see. I feel like I did the same thing with Smash Machine. I'm gonna do the same thing with the next couple ones because Moana looked terrible, and so I don't know. It's kind of one of those movies I'm just gonna wait with.
Yeah, that's fair.
I
He's
agree.
got a couple like interesting ones coming up. The Scorsese one Joe mentioned.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
I
the
am excited for that
Hawaiian one.
one.
I forgot about that actually.
Yeah, Lizard Music you mentioned. There's like another one that he's doing where he's like playing Timothy Chalamet's mentor or something, right?
Yeah, it's the one
Darren Aronofsky.
Aronofsky. Yeah,
Yeah. So we'll see.
but
We'll see.
yeah.
Maybe Moana's his last like weird one, or not weird one, but like shitty one.
Nah, he's definitely gonna have more shitty ones. He's gonna want to make money. He's not making money from these movies.
Yeah, but
Didn't he
he
say
has
he
enough
didn't?
money. He's like a billionaire.
Yeah, he's got he has his fucking deal with Under Armour.
He has his tequila. Yeah, he's got his tequila.
Yeah.
And his shitty energy drink.
Oh, I've actually had
Oh,
an energy drink. Yeah,
I've never had that.
I haven't had it in a long time though. The like
Zoa?
Hawaii theme one. Zoa, that's it. Yeah,
Does it
when I
suck?
used to work in Brooklyn. Yeah, it's not that good.
Yeah,
These
it's
have
not
like
good.
tropical flavors, so it's kind of cool.
It's The Rock.
Yeah.
It's healthy as
Never.
shit, and it's terrible.
All right, on to some. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that was it. It was like very like whatever. But
Whatever.
Anyway,
Anyways, yeah, this next one. So
we
we're like late on this. This is like something that is a problem since we record every 2 weeks. Like we just are so late on getting these trailer reactions out. But we got a new trailer for Dune Part 3, which is going to release later this year, and it looked incredible. Such a great trailer. I'm so excited for this movie.
My most anticipated of the year left. More than Avengers, more than I don't even know what else is coming out this year, honestly.
More than Paw Patrol.
Yeah,
That Paw Patrol
close.
actually looked pretty good.
Very close. It's probably gonna make. Well, do you know about our? I'm sure Matt's told you about our movie league, right?
No, what?
No, I didn't mention. Yeah, I don't think I mentioned.
Oh,
it,
really? Oh, I mean,
yeah, we
honestly,
have
this
like
is
this is a good.
this is
I'll
not good time
plug
to
it.
talk about it. Yeah,
I'll plug it. But we'll get back to the Dune trailer after. But
yeah.
we're basically Joe, I, and a couple of our friends we started playing like a fantasy football for movies, basically. So at the beginning of this year, we all drafted movies that are coming out, like that were coming out this year, and I made up like a point system where we'd earn. It's like every 100 million that it earns, you get 25 points. So we did like a full draft, but then we were like, all right, this is too easy. We're just gonna pick like Avengers, this and that. So then the catch is, you only earn the money based on what the Rotten Tomato score is. So for example, if it's like a 50% Rotten Tomatoes and the movie makes 100 million, you only get 50 million of it. So like when you're drafting, you have to think like, okay, what's the Rotten Tomatoes going to be on this? Like, are people going to like this? You can't just pick the best ones. And we loved playing it. Like it was so fun.
Yeah,
every week we'd be like updating box
that's a fun
office and
game.
texting in our chat, whatever. So I ended up making a website. Like I made a website for it, and I just launched an open beta, and I'm like working on an iOS app for it. So it's called FlickPicked. Yeah, I'm hoping like it'll be something that I feel like a lot of people in the film community would enjoy, because like there's nothing within this like sphere that's similar to fantasy sports. There's nothing you could like play with your friends. It's like it's like kind of a niche thing, but it has been very fun. So there's my shameless plug. But I'll like send you the link and stuff after. Definitely should. Yeah, make a league.
Yeah.
And it's not like fantasy football where like once the season starts you can't draft. You could join at any time and just draft of like what's left in the year.
Yeah, it's nice. Like you don't have to set your lineup or anything. Like it's not like your movie's gonna get fucking injured. I mean, it get delayed, but
It could get delayed. The Batman Part 2 probably screwed people over.
It's like that's like your star player turn his ACL.
Yeah, exactly. There was a couple ones that got delayed after they were drafted.
Yeah.
I forget. Narnia was supposed to come out this year.
Narnia was one.
Terrifier.
I forgot there's a Narnia movie coming out.
Didn't one of mine got delayed this year? I think.
I forget what it.
Because I had to pick up Practical Magic. But anyway, I was bringing that up because Matt has Paw Patrol in our league.
Yep.
And I have
crazy
Minions.
lineup.
And Minions was supposed to make a lot more money, but it was supposed to do less on Rotten Tomatoes. So like still it was supposed to do a little more money than I wanted. But basically before this, there was like 90% chance I was going to win the league if Minions made a lot of money, but now it didn't. So now it's more like 60%, I'd say.
Yeah, but you still have you have Doomsday. That's the thing.
I do.
None of us drafted it. No, none of us drafted it because when we did our draft, it was like October of last year. It's like no one had any idea it was going to make money. And you can like add or drop. You can add or drop movies. You could trade movies. But one of the things is like if it already has a Rotten Tomato score or any box office, you can't pick it up. And since
Oh,
Obsession
okay.
was like playing festivals, it already had a Rotten Tomato score.
Oh.
So like even after it
Damn.
got buzz, you couldn't go back and pick it up. But yeah, my team, I think I got a shot though. I got Toy Story
You
5.
do.
I got The Odyssey.
You have Odyssey, yeah.
I
You
got
do have a
Paw
shot.
Patrol.
Odyssey might put up $1 billion.
It might.
Yeah, it
Bro,
might.
Oppenheimer,
I don't know
what,
how like the
980?
screens are by you. Yeah. Literally at like the AMC Lincoln, the 70 millimeter is completely sold out through its entire run.
That's
Every single
wild.
seat
Yeah.
from the front row to the back, every day, every showtime, completely sold out. It's like
Like
unreal.
literally like 3 a.m. screenings are completely sold out on like weekdays.
Yeah, because I mean, New York though is
Which
like the
I don't know
capital of
how-
like cinephiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Do you-
unemployed
Do you have
people.
like an IMAX 70 millimeter near you or no?
No, where I used to live, I live 20 minutes from a 70 millimeter, but now the closest thing to me is an IMAX screen, but doesn't run 70 millimeter. But I got my tickets for Thursday night in IMAX, so I'm still getting to see it right when it opens.
Yeah, I mean, it'll still be great in IMAX. Like, it doesn't have to
There
be
is
in-
a 70 millimeter in Georgia though, right?
I think there's the one where in the town my girlfriend lives, but it's too far to drive on like a Thursday night for me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Especially with a 3-hour movie.
Exactly.
But
Well,
anyways, speaking of IMAX 70 millimeter, Dune Part 3
Wait, let me-
trailer. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back to it. I thought it was a fantastic trailer. I think it showed like enough of the story. It seems like there's a focus on Jason Momoa's character a lot. I don't really know the lore of the books at all, but I don't know how he's alive.
they apparently it's explained. I don't know how either, but
And
Dune Messiah
Paul
is a very
Atreides looks super
crazy
evil
book.
as well. Have you read it or no? Or any of the Dunes?
I am just 3/4 of the way through it right now, and I swear Frank Herbert was on acid when he wrote this book because it is so weird and just wild.
isn't it like a isn't there like a weird plot where he like falls in love with his sister, or like there's like I don't know about falls in love, but there's something like
There's 8 books in the franchise. That's what like it gets really weird. But the Jason Momoa stuff is actually pretty cool, so I'm very happy that they're doing it.
okay.
Yeah, it's just weird that it's like out of this huge cast, there's this central important guy in this one, and it's Jason Momoa out of everyone.
I feel like
Duncan
well, I just
Idaho
feel like
was
because he
great
was
in Dune
close.
1.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like because he was close to Paul when he was like younger in the first movie, and then like obviously now Paul in the third movie is like very very different than how he was in the first. So I'm assuming like he's gonna be like kind of like yo like what the fuck happened, you know?
Yeah,
Because he's
yeah.
basically just like a fucking going to these planets like genociding people, and then just like. You know, what is he? What's the line in the trailer? He's like, where Momoa kind of presses him about like all the killing he's doing, and he's just like, I don't remember the line exactly, but you know the scene I'm referring to.
Yeah,
right?
I do. It's a great
Well,
trailer.
I mean, Anakin
very good
and
trailer.
Star Wars is based off Dune, so take that as you will, as what the story is gonna fall into.
Yeah,
and
like there's very like yeah, it seems like he's going down that route of like Descent into Darkness type of vibe. I
Gonna be
wonder if this
good,
will be the
though.
last Dune. Probably not, but definitely the last one from Villeneuve.
yeah. Yep. All right. Yeah, Joe, you could read this next thing. Well,
Yeah,
let's
go
see. Hopefully,
All
we'll
right.
be good here.
Yeah.
But
Sorry
go
guys,
ahead,
we
Joe.
had some technical difficulties, but we're back. And so the next thing we're going to talk about, they cast Gorilla Grodd in the new Jimmy Olsen show, famously, you know, Jimmy Olsen character Gorilla Grodd, but they cast Jimmy Tataro. I know he's a comedic actor. I've seen him in like this Facebook comedy series once where he was actually really funny. I think he's a very funny actor. I just don't really see Gorilla Grodd. I don't, but then again, I try not to doubt comedy actors because comedy is the hardest genre to, nail. So if they can do comedy, they could probably do other things. That's kind of my philosophy with that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I think you added a couple syllables to his name, but
How do I
anyways,
pronounce it?
Jimmy Tatro, it seems like.
Oh, Tacho. I thought it was Tataro.
Anyways, besides the point, I don't think it really like this show seems like it's gonna be comedic, right? Is Gorilla Grodd like a comedic character? I mean, he's inherently comedic.
He's comedic.
He's not.
And he's comedic in the sense that he's a giant talking gorilla. It's not like he's funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this because
He's
I
supposed to
know
be like
this
a
guy's
super.
voice, and I'm like, I don't know if
Yeah,
that works for Gorilla Grodd because I don't know if you guys have watched like the Flash TV show, but Grodd appears in that somewhat, and he
yeah,
has this more like commanding kind of voice, you know. So
Yeah, I think it's a weird casting choice. I mean, Gorilla Grodd's like a big bad guy in the DC universe, and
yeah,
I I I watched your guys' Supergirl review. I enjoyed Supergirl, so maybe I'm in the minority on this one, but I don't know how I feel about him voicing Gorilla Grodd, but it could also be in the same way that maybe he is like what you said, Joe. Like he could be really good, and we're just kind of doubting him for his comedic stuff. And they're going to definitely deepen his voice and stuff like that. But I just didn't
yeah,
envision him when I was thinking about Gorilla Grodd.
yeah. Honestly, the guy who I was thinking of Gorilla Grodd he was in that movie Ballerina. He's also in Rise of the Planet. No, he's in the latest Planet of the Apes as well. He plays like the villain in that. But he's in Ready or Not 2 and he's in
Oh yeah, he's
Ballerina.
in Ballerina.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Abigail
talking
too.
about?
no,
Yeah,
yeah, Abigail.
Abigail, that's what I meant. Abigail, I'm sorry. I got
yeah.
confused. He's in Abigail.
I love that guy. He's in Naked
That
Gun. If you haven't seen it,
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
he's the villain in Naked Gun. Yeah, yeah. But
He's done
his
an ape
voice is like
before. Yeah,
very yeah, like that's who that was like kind of my dream casting for Grodd, but you know, I mean, say what you want about James Gunn. Usually he's good with casting, so we'll see.
yeah. We'll see. I don't know this show in general. I'm like, why is this being
Yeah,
made?
it's weird. Why are we doing this? But who knows?
Yeah. What do you think about the DCU though, Tommy, in general? Because like Joe and I, we're kind of like down on it a little right now. But
I'm still super in on the universe. I think having Suicide Squad kind of be in the universe, but kind of not. It's kind of that weird point. But I've enjoyed Peacemaker so far. I mean, Superman was great. Everything I'm hearing from people about Lanterns is that it's phenomenal, and I think it's gonna be great. Clayface is gonna be a really cool way to do horror
Yeah,
in a superhero universe. And I mean, Supergirl is a basic by the book superhero movie to me. Like it's not great, but I enjoyed it. And I fan casted Millie Alcock on our first ever episode of House of the Dragon. So for me, that was like super full circle to see her play Supergirl. And I enjoyed it. So I'm still super up on DCEU. Not DCEU, DCU.
DC. Yeah,
So I'm still a believer.
yeah, I want to
I,
believe, but stuff like this
yeah, we'll
makes me
see.
doubt a little.
I just I was very excited for Supergirl, and like because originally it was Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow.
Mhm.
And when they announced it, I bought the comic that it was based off, and I read it, and the comic is really good.
The comic's
And then they
fantastic.
removed it. Yeah, and then they removed it, and I was like, why did they remove it? But then when I watched it, I was like, okay, they changed a lot of aspects of the stuff. Like, I feel like the first 30 minutes of the movie is pretty accurate to the comic, and then like after that, it just kind of goes all over the place, and it kind of loses it for me. But anyway, it's more, I don't know, the fact that James Gunn said like, oh, we're gonna make sure these products are all ready and ready to go before they're released, and then we got a product like Supergirl. I'm like, I don't really know how much I trust his word anymore. So we'll see. I mean, Lanterns. I heard a big rumor about Lanterns that I kind of hope is not true, but we'll see. But I have heard the reviews are pretty good on Lanterns as well. So you know,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
One thing I want to mention though, you said you listened or watched our Supergirl review. I've been posting some content about Supergirl like on our social media, Instagram, TikTok. That is like the most hate we've ever gotten for any movie. Like these gun defenders are just as toxic as the Snyder people. It's like
Oh, I don't
crazy.
know about
What
that.
did we say? We just said
I've
it
caught
was.
some crazy slack from Snyder.
No, I don't know.
people.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
For
The Snyder
for
fans are kind of like. I think if the DCU ended today, there'd be no people like in droves of the people with Snyder that would be with Gunn. Like, oh, reinstate Gunn, like bring back Gunn or whatever. Like they would try to like revive the DCU. I don't think people
Reload
would
the
be as
gun.
passionate.
That would be
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
one.
No, that DCEU
but
was just
no, you're
No,
good.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so hard. Like I don't want to hate on the universe yet, just because I mean, look at the MCU. They put out some, I mean, garbage films to start out that universe.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Incredible Hulk's terrible. I don't mind Thor 1, but Iron Man 2's not good. Thor 2's not good. So I mean, I had Supergirl better than most of those, and I just feel like it's too early. But no, I completely get it about getting hate from people. We put out a DCEU rankings list, and I don't think I've ever gotten told to kill myself so many times in so few days. That those Schneider people, they are angry fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of our cousins is a Snyder. He's not
Snyder,
insane.
God.
Like he's not telling people to kill themselves, but
Snyder
he's a
elitist.
Snyder stan. Yeah.
No, I was rooting for the DCEU. I don't mind Schneider's universe. I just felt like it ended. It's over. Like that's as much. And we got the Schneider cut. Like that was the whole thing I was rooting for, and I really enjoyed that. But that was it.
Yeah, like I don't understand what else people wanted. Like, you know what I mean? Like you got your release. Like what else do you want them to
They
do?
wanted him
Like, I
to
don't,
finish
you know.
his Justice League.
His Justice
did.
League
He finished the
storyline was
Justice
No, he
League.
didn't, bro.
terrible.
Yeah, I don't like I also saw there was this stuff about like Lois Lane and Batman were gonna have a kid together, and that like Darkseid like basically just disintegrates Lois Lane in front of Superman. Like, I don't know if you watch X-Men 97, but in the last episode, what Apocalypse does to one of the characters is basically like
Yeah,
what he was gonna do
is
to
what he was gonna do.
Lois
Yeah.
Lane. And I'm like, why the fuck would they? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I like my Superman like hopeful and fucking smiling and rescuing cats from trees, not fucking watching his wife get destroyed in front of him.
And killing every
Yeah.
bad
Oh,
guy
yeah.
he runs
I
into.
don't know, like, yeah, and also just that too.
And Batman destroys his wife as well in another way.
Who's his wife in that?
Lois Lane.
No,
He's making a
you-
Superman's a cuck.
no,
in
yeah,
the,
Oh, I'm a fucking. Yeah, why did they make him a cuck? Okay, that's what people aren't asking. Why was Superman a cuck in the DCEU?
I don't know.
We got-
These are the serious questions.
The serious questions. But anyway, let's move on to our next bit of news.
Yeah, we'll try to get through
We'll
these
speed it up.
things a little quicker. Yeah. 'Cause-
Can I talk about this just because
yeah, go ahead.
I think it's kind of interesting? They're gonna do it's announced that they're making a live action Naruto movie, and it's already in pre-production. Directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who's obviously directed Spider-Man and Shang-Chi. Global casting search has begun to cast Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. So I've never seen Naruto. It's probably one of the more popular animes in the world, I'd say, just because like if you ask random people, they've probably heard of Naruto. I don't think it'll be good at all, honestly. I think it'll probably be horrible. I think we'll get good moments of like fights and stuff like that, but I just don't. I'm just very strict. Not strict, but I'm a firm believer in like things that are animated sometimes are meant to stay animated.
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
feel like for anime especially, I mean, One Piece has been like the only exception, and that's not even that great.
Yeah, and it's not really isn't that good. Like it's a very good introduction for Western audiences to get the like sense of like what the One Piece world is like. Like they introduce the devil fruits but like part of the good parts of One Piece is that it's animated and like these characters have these abilities and they're able to animate them so well. Or in live action, it doesn't really translate as well, And you can even make that argument for any movie. I mean, right now, I keep going back to X-Men 97. The animation is incredible in that movie. And it's going to be very, very hard for them to top what they're doing in 97 with the live action movies. I mean, don't get me started about the fucking Timu X-Men we got on Doomsday, but like the newer
get to that.
X-Men, we'll get to that in a little bit. But the newer X-Men, they're going to have a really tough time. Cause I'm telling you, I know you don't watch them, Matt, but X-Men 97 is so good. Like the writing is really good. The animation is great. The fight scenes are great. Like it's going to be really tough for them to like top that in my opinion.
Yeah, yep. But I heard that you were going up for getting cast as Naruto. Is that true?
Yeah, I am. Me and my our cousin Michael are going to be up for the role of Naruto.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought you knew more about Naruto, Joe.
No, I don't know anything about Naruto. I know
'Cause
he's like
yeah.
a ninja. That's like it's about ninjas. And like he's from the Hidden Leaf Village. That's like all I know about Naruto. I'm a big One Piece fan. I'm a huge One Piece fan, but Naruto not so much.
I have Luffy I have a statue of Luffy in my apartment.
Awesome. All right. I didn't know if you were a fellow anime person.
Yeah, Attack on Titan.
Fellow anime
That's my
person.
goat right there.
Yeah, I like Attack on Titan.
Bad
That's our
So you
finale.
Alice's
don't
favorite.
watch Naruto at all?
No, it was always on Cartoon Network early in the morning.
I don't
and
watch
it's like,
I will like it's very popular. Like I just never have watched it. It's like, you know, one of the more popular ones. I just think One Piece
Yeah.
is better, honestly.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, Destin Daniel Cretton has a pretty good track record so far, but I don't see this being good, but we'll see.
Yeah, we shall see.
All right. Next thing I wanted to briefly discuss is Letterboxd is being sold, and surprisingly, some of the people trying to buy it are like movie studios, which I wasn't really expecting, and I feel like there's no way that can be good for the app
No.
in general. Like, just the amount of like pushing of a certain film or like altering reviews possibly behind the scenes to
Yeah.
like make their
All I need is
movies look better. There's like a
for
lot that
Paramount
could
to go
go
ahead.
wrong with that, but I don't know what you guys think.
I
yeah,
agree.
don't let that
I don't
get
think
sold
this
to
is a
any
good idea.
studio.
Studio, yeah, because you know they're just gonna push. It's gonna be a way for them to push their, you know, movies and whatever they're streaming. You know, I don't like I think that I like that it's independently owned and they're not like affiliated with any specific studio. I like it like that. I like it. I think it'd be better if a movie studio purchased, not a movie studio, like a movie theater chain, like AMC or like one of those bought Letterboxd. I think that'd be more interesting to me.
I agree.
Yeah, I could see that.
But yeah, Matt, can I get to the next thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so we got our first concept art for Avengers Doomsday, and boy, do I cannot wait to pick this shit apart. First of all, the artists that they paid to make this, they fired already. So just starting off hot already. We got the worst X-Men lineup I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Like, Nightcrawler's like 70 years old. There's no Jean Grey. There's no Storm. There's no Rogue. There's no Jubilee. It's a bunch of just fucking, I don't know. I don't like the fucking cast. Then we have just like Steve Rogers just in a fucking black t-shirt. I don't understand why we're doing that. You know, they make the Fantastic Four look like fucking, what are the people from Superman that they wear the jackets to?
Lord
What are they
Tech,
called? Yeah, like they look like that. What are the
Justice
fuck are
Gang.
they doing? Justice Gang. Yeah, they look like the Justice Gang with the fucking jackets. And then our Captain America is in the fucking right corner, like hidden. I don't, zero sauce, zero aura. Like, I have zero hype going into this movie. Like, I remember seeing the image from Infinity War with Thanos in the middle and all the heroes. I was like, oh my God, like, this is going to be sick. Like, I'm so hyped for them to cross over. I don't give a fuck about any of these characters. Like, can you legit, there's no Doctor Strange. There's no Spider-Man, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Shang-Chi's there. That's good, I guess. And Cyclops has the first comic accurate suit ever, which is nice. But other than
And
that,
Loki's
not good,
hidden.
man.
Loki's hidden in the middle there.
Yeah.
I think you're being a little
Yeah.
harsh on it, Joe. I have to say. I think you're being a little harsh on
Compare
it.
this with the other Avengers art.
Yeah, but
And tell me how you
those were
feel.
posters, Joe. This is concept art. This isn't with the finished project. We have so many
No,
characters.
no.
that
I'm
aren't shown
not
yet.
I'm not talking about. There's like this artist like did specific like first concept art for Infinity War. There's the one for Ultron is like, you know, that image of like there's like a million Ultron bots and it's just like a bunch of them like fighting them. It's like a concept art. Let me see
I
if
do
I can
not.
pull it up. Hold on. Wait, how do I share my screen, man? I want to pull it up. Or should you want to just do it because you know how to do it?
No, you can do it. There's a button that says share on the bottom. Right next to leave.
Oh, word. Okay. Let me just pull it up first. Yeah, I'm very bad with technology, if you couldn't tell.
So am I, and I run a podcast.
The clicking
At least
one
you got
button.
one guy who knows it.
Yeah.
But yeah, while you're getting that up, Joe, I mean, there's a couple positives. Thor looks sick. I'm excited to see him. Doctor Doom looks amazing. And all right, yeah,
You don't even know what he looks like. You just see his mask. What are you talking about?
His mask looks amazing.
I mean, it's pretty hard to fuck up the
And-
Doctor Doom mask.
Yeah, that's true. We've seen it though.
Here, wait. Hold on.
We
Fan
have
Four
seen it.
Stick. Don't forget about that.
God, don't remind me.
This
See what
image.
you got. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I remember seeing that and I was like, yo, Infinity War is going to be sick. I'm so hyped.
I mean, that
And then,
movie
like-
has so much more aura, or that concept art.
It's the same
Because, like,
artist.
Yeah, but like Hulk, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Iron
Yeah, and
Man.
they fucking lied to us about Hulk, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Hawkeye.
Didn't show
Hawkeye,
up in that
too.
movie.
Yeah, we can't forget about Hawkeye.
The most
But
forgettable.
you get what I'm
superhero.
saying. Like, I don't,
No.
like, I have no attachment to these characters. I don't care about them. So it's like, I don't, you know?
Yeah,
Think
I
about
get what
how
you're
much
saying.
of a connection we had with with the, I would have much preferred if this Avengers movie was like a more of a small scale, like them developing the new Avengers team. Like we just had Endgame and Infinity War. Why are we doing a massive multiversal event again? Well, not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not multiversal,
I feel
but
like
I mean,
yeah.
it is what is it? 7 years since since Endgame came out though, and I'm not a defender of the
yeah.
MCU, but I feel like it's been a long time for this. I just feel like that the MCU hasn't done their job in making us care enough for this.
Yeah, that's honestly, you're right, because honestly, like, we've had a long period of time between the Avengers movies, and like they just haven't been able to get us to invest in these characters, like,
Yeah. But I think
like
also
Captain
like
America. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, I was gonna say there's just like looking at this concept art, there's not a lot of like heavy hitters. Like we have Thor, we have I guess you could say Ant-Man is cool, like he's been around for a while. Cyclops, and then it's like the new Avengers is pretty much a bunch of like side characters.
Yeah,
And the rest of the X-Men team, like an 80-year-old Magneto, like and then I would like Captain America, but it's just Chris Evans in a t-shirt. Like give him a fucking
I guess they
costume.
don't want to reveal
That's
this
but
the
like
one
yet.
thing that
but
pisses
I
me
don't
off
like
the most.
but it's like
That's true.
why are we? But like, why, bro? Just move on from these characters.
I agree with that. I
Like,
didn't
Chris
like
Evans
them
was the
bringing
lead
back
of every
Chris
single
Evans.
Avengers movie. I don't understand. Like, the leads of this movie, honestly, should be. I mean, like, it shouldn't be Reed Richards, but in this scenario, it should be Reed Richards because it's Doom, Captain America, and then Cyclops. If you want it to be this big, like, Chris Evans and Thor, theoretically, should really be background characters in this movie. They're on the tail end, you know? Like, they're
Yeah.
going forward, they're not gonna leave the MCU. Like, they should be on the back burner. They should be putting the characters that are going to be in the new MCU going forward in the forefront of this movie. You know, like
But I
most of the people in this picture probably won't be back. Like, I don't think a lot of the people from the new Avengers will be back. All those X-Men are gone. Chris Evans is gone. Paul Rudd's definitely gone. Thor, most likely. It's going to be like Fantastic Four, Captain America, and then they're going to have a new Black Panther and Shang-Chi. And that's it. Everyone else is going to be gone.
Yeah, I do agree with that part. I feel like they're falling back on the nostalgia because I think they've run out of like they have nothing left in the tank almost, which is horrible to say because there's
No.
so many comics out there that you could do.
Yeah.
yeah.
I really wish that we were able to get Daniel Destin Craig's. There's Destin Creighton, I'm sorry. I'm bad with names if you guys couldn't tell, obviously. Avengers. It just seemed like a lot more smaller scale. Also, it was gonna Hulk, She-Hulk, and Moon Knight were all confirmed to be in it, which I think is really interesting.
Spider-Man probably would have been in it too.
Spider-Man most likely would have been in it, and it would have been like a more contained story, like just about the new Avengers, like forming and like dealing with Kang, which I think would have been more interesting to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just sucks because
don't know.
Secret Wars is my favorite comic in the Marvel side of things, and if this doesn't go well, then Secret Wars, of course, won't go well. And people think that this is such a huge cast. Secret Wars is twice as large as this cast is because
Yeah.
you need to be. I mean, you need to bring other Spider-Man into the
It's
concept.
basically double the cast, yeah.
Yeah, it's everything, anything that's ever come out of the MCU. You need Blade. You need to like throw everything at the wall for Secret Wars. And if you can't do this, then what gives anyone?
I feel like if they
any
wanted
hope
to
for
do
that?
I feel like if they wanted to do Secret Wars, they should have like developed a separate universe of like an Earth 2, essentially. Have them develop a team or some movies over there, and then have a Secret Wars where like the two Earths like collide, and then it creates this, battle
Well,
world
that's
essentially.
seemingly what is happening here, except the two
Yeah,
worlds are
except
going to be
we
the
don't give a
X-Men
shit about the.
universe, like the OG
But we don't
Fox
care about
X-Men.
75% of the characters in this movie. That's why it
That's
doesn't
true.
work.
Yeah.
I'm kind of an MCU shill, honestly. So,
Yeah, you are. We know. You just met him. You know that he is.
but I don't know. I'm trying to defend it, but yeah, it's a little rough. It is a little rough.
Yeah, you're getting your ass beat right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah,
Can I
I mean,
handle the
we'll
next
see.
bit of news?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Do we have anything else
Yeah,
we want to
we
add
could
about
we'll
Avengers?
skip this Avengers thing.
No.
Nah, we've said it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, a new Nightmare on Elm Street remake is in the works officially at Paramount. This film will adapt Wes Craven's screenplay again. Why in the absolute fuck are we remaking Nightmare on Elm Street? Let the story die. It will never be good. You have the original ones. Those are the good ones. The remake one from 2010, which I idolized as a child. Terrible film. They did CGI slop for the whole
Yeah, it was
thing.
really bad. Yeah.
Do not remake this movie. I
Yeah.
beg of you, Paramount. You rich, entitled assholes. God. That's my bit.
Oh, I forgot it's Paramount. Oh, I didn't even realize that. So it's the same people making Scream.
Yeah.
And Scream 7 was shit.
That changes a lot, actually.
I'm so anti.
I really
Michael
did not like
Myers.
Scream 7. Honestly, this changes a lot.
Sorry.
No, I don't mind. Because here's the thing. Like, I definitely think that Nightmare on Elm Street is one of the franchises that, like Freddy, I think would be huge right now if, like, done correctly by the right actor. I think could be like a huge success. Like, people would love Freddy, but the fact that it's Paramount makes me very concerned. I don't
know,
trust
bro.
them.
I have some faith here. It's my favorite horror franchise. I get what you're
It's
saying
so good.
about leave it, let it die. It is. But like we haven't seen them attempt to do anything with this in so long. It's been so long. We only had one other
Yeah.
attempt outside Robert Englund, and it failed miserably, yes. But I think with a good filmmaker attached, a competent person playing Freddy, and like a cool cast of, competent young actors playing like Nancy and her crew, it could be fun to revisit this. Like, I want to see more Freddy. Is what we got of Freddy, which is probably like maybe 3 good movies out of 7 or 8. Is that all we're ever gonna get of Freddy? Like, I want more.
Horror is just so weird because, I mean, in film, we all keep asking for them to stop doing requels, stop doing sequels. And I feel like it's just one of those things. No one's ever going to match those original ones. And I feel like so many directors look at this franchise and like, this is like the pinnacle. Like, this is so great. And I just don't want to tarnish it any more than they did with that 2010 attempt. I'm also on the side that Michael Myers, who I have a tattoo of, I have a poster right there. I love Halloween. I love it. I love it. I love it. They need to let that franchise die. I can't take another shitty movie in that entry.
See that?
So
Like,
I feel like that's why I
agree,
feel so strongly.
I agree with that. Where, like, in the sense of, like, they need to stop making shitty. But Halloween, I have to say, they pump those things out like fucking rabbits. Like, they make a Halloween movie like every 3 years. Nightmare on Elm Street, they don't. It's not like it's like, oh, we're gonna remake it every 5 years. Like, they haven't touched us in a little bit. So I feel like it's a little fair. I can understand why they're like, you know what? Let's see if a Nightmare on Elm Street. And I will say I'm a little happy that they're not writing their own screenplay and they're adapting Wes Craven's screenplay instead of, it depends also who's going to play Freddy and who's directing. That's going to be very important.
Yeah,
too.
like who's gonna want to step into into those shoes though? I feel like it's
I honestly, there's 2 people that come to mind when I think about who could play him.
Really? I
Who is
have
it?
no one.
Jim Carrey
That's what I said.
and
That's a-
Walter
that's a-
Goggins.
Ooh, Walter Goggins, I'm for. I love Walter. He's one of my favorite actors.
I think the both of them could be, because you need a comedic Freddy. You need somebody that can is gonna be able to obviously torment these kids, but also like have fun with it in a way. And I think like the both of them could pull that off. I'm not saying not that they could ever replace
Robert Englund.
what's his name, Robert Englund, but like that they could make their own take on it.
Yeah, I said Jim Carrey as well. It is like unorthodox a little bit, but he's been in the makeup chair before. He's willing to go through that procedure.
He's going back for the Grinch.
He's coming back for the Grinch, and I think that comedy is like such a crucial part of Freddy's character. You have to be able to, you have to have comedic chops. Someone who I thought of recently, Bill Hader, potentially.
Ooh,
Why can I not picture his face right now? Hold on.
Barry.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I've never really seen him do I feel like he's more like situational comedy. I've never seen him like in that style or I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
You just have to find that middle ground if you're going to do it. And don't get me wrong, they do this. I'm seeing it opening night. But as much as I'm hating on it, I will be there. I just get so nervous because like you said, they pump out Halloween movies.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a little easier with Halloween because no one has to take on the mantle of Michael Myers. And first
Yeah,
off,
that's
Rob Zombie
true.
should have
That
never
is
been
true.
allowed to direct a Halloween movie. The fuck was that? I'm so mad about that still. And
Honestly,
Danny McBride, good first one, should never been writing the second and third one.
I hate Rob Zombie. Well, I forget which one of those two movies. Halloween, I think Halloween 1 or 2.
Can't be the second one.
I think it's the first one. I didn't mind it. I did not mind it. I'm looking on
Michael
Letterboxd
makes
just to
like
confirm.
noise and stuff. It's so odd to me.
Yeah, no, the second one I gave a 1.5. I haven't watched them in a while.
I
But
gave
yeah.
the first one, I think, a 2-star, and the second one I gave a 0.5 star. I think it's one of my lowest rated movies.
The first one I gave a 3-star. I kind of liked like exploring the like childhood of how Michael became this way. The problem is Rob Zombie and like the dialogue in those movies. It's just like,
Yeah, it's so vulgar.
yeah, I don't want to listen to this shit, bro. It's like a scene, like there's people talking about like sexually assaulting woman and like whatever. Like just, bro, I'm not trying to hear
Yeah.
this.
They talk
Like-
about rape. I can't say that word on the podcast. They talk about doing stuff to a dead body in the opening scene of the second one.
Yeah, it's like
Like
too
it's,
much,
it's
bro.
so fucked.
It's too much. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see with Nightmare on Elm Street. It's been in like a weird sort of legal battle for a long time, which is why they haven't done anything recently. But Paramount's, I don't know if they're the best choice, but we'll see.
Yeah, I agree with
If
that.
you can get Atomic Monster on it, I'll be a little more happier with it because I would feel like they would go more practical with it. I just
Yeah.
don't want CGI.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do CGI, especially after the backlash of the last one. But
Yeah, I don't think there's a CGI. Who's gonna produce it? What is it? Hourglass or like what? Isn't that their
Spyglass.
other production? Spyglass.
knows?
That's it.
All right, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
What about, because Nolan said he would want to do a horror movie.
No.
Listen, hear me out. Hear me out. Nolan directing A Nightmare on Elm Street. Bro, you know
I
how
mean,
he
it would
likes
be cool.
Listen, he likes to fuck with time and like dreams and like, you know. Bro,
I mean,
if
it's
he
up
wants
his
to
alley.
if he wants to do a
not
horror
the
movie,
way-
why not
Yeah,
this?
but he won't do it at Paramount.
That's also true. He definitely won't do it for Paramount.
Yeah.
I just
actually,
don't.
you're right.
That's not. I think when I think of, because I know he's mentioned he wants to do horror. I feel like I see him doing more of like some type of like supernatural like entity or like an
It is
alien type
supernatural.
of thing. Yeah, but like it's not like what, like I don't. Nolan's not exactly known for his comedy.
Nolan?
Yeah.
Like I don't. Yeah.
Oh, you think it would be like more serious? Which is what the
Yeah.
last one was.
What the last one was. Yeah, I don't really.
The
That's
last
what I'm
one
saying.
was
Like I
so
don't think
sad.
sad. and
Yeah.
Fucking.
No one
sucked,
wanted to
man.
be there.
Freddy was like depressed. He doesn't even fucking smile in the movie.
Yeah, it's just, Freddy's
He's,
just
he's
creep.
having as much of a bad time as the kids are being murdered.
Yeah.
You know, but I watched that not too long ago because I never saw it, and I was like,
Bro,
"Jesus, this is
actually,
really
hold
bad."
on. You know who has
What?
a contract with Paramount? Unless I'm mistaking them for someone. Doesn't Tom Cruise
Who?
have a contract with Paramount?
No,
Don't
Warner
let
Bros.
Tom
now.
Cruise on that.
Tom
Warner
Cruise.
I don't need
is
some
now
Freddie
Moore.
Scientology bullshit.
But
Speaking
do
of
that.
Tom Cruise,
speaking of Cruise,
Oh, speaking of,
Joe, you
we
want
got
you read this?
yeah, we got our first trailer to Digger. The film follows the most powerful CEO in the world who must save the world from a disaster that he created. This looks awesome. This looks like a lot of fun.
this looks great.
I don't know why it's giving me like Mickey 17 vibes for some reason. I don't know if you felt the same
I
way.
see it. I felt the same way.
I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way it's shot or like the kind of world ending kind of. I mean, there wasn't really world ending in
There
Mickey
kind of
17,
is.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like that type of vibe. It looks really funny. I liked how all the cast they all look so weird, like strange looking, but in a good
like,
way. Like it's very
uncomfortable.
Yeah, like they're very stylized, like the way they look. So I'm very excited for it. It looks like it's gonna be really good. I haven't seen Tom Cruise done a role like this probably since Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and he hasn't really done
know.
the serious roles in, 20 years almost. Like the super serious, like
Yeah, he's been doing like
Yeah.
action pretty much.
Action, yeah. So this looks really good, honestly. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, it looks good. Only like a few small complaints I have is the color grading's a little dull for me
Dull, yeah.
personally, but I'm not like
But I think that's
It's
more of like a
fine.
style. It's like
Yeah,
a troll.
yeah, it's like Werewolf, how they're filming it on purposely to look because they're using the old school color grading to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the other thing was like, I mean, it's not necessarily the movie's fault, but they were like, Tom Cruise is unrecognizable. Bro, no, he's not. It just looks like old Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
No, I
like-
do agree with that. I was expecting a little bit more.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I was like kind
different
of
look.
hoping. Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It
But-
doesn't really matter. But yeah, this movie doesn't look like exactly what I expected, but it's not a bad thing. I'm still really excited for it. But I feel like when we were hearing stuff about it, they were like, I feel like they were saying it was a guy who like was actually a god or like had a god complex or something.
Oh,
And
I feel like
I-
he definitely has a god complex.
Yeah.
In it.
Because it's supposed to be that
Crazy
he.
oil baron.
Yeah, I think it looks like he does something with the oil, and like it looks like Antarctica or a giant chunk of ice is like floating towards the United States. That seems like what the vibe of the movie is.
Yeah. So let's see
Yeah.
how he's gonna try and stop it. But
Yeah. He's
gonna dig a
Alejandro, and Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu he's just such a legend. He's
beast.
such a
Yeah,
beast.
yeah.
He's so good.
Birdman, The Revenant, like, and it's been a while.
Yeah.
I think he made like a Netflix.
The
original.
Revenant was the last one I think he did, right? Or no?
I thought it was the last. Didn't he do a TV show, which was like, wasn't that the Netflix project?
Let me see.
Or I might just be talking out my ass right now.
I'm gonna look. Oh yeah, he made a movie called Bardo: False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, which I watched, and it's in Spanish.
Oh.
And it was like
Good?
fine. It was fine.
He's a Mexican director, right?
So that was the last thing he's done. But yeah, I don't know. Just him teaming up with Tom Cruise. You know who looks really good in this as well? The Goodman. He looks really cool.
Yeah.
He looks very funny in this.
He's playing the
I
president.
think he's
right?
gonna be good.
Yeah.
And very like flamboyant kind of role. And it seems like,
Yeah.
which I like. So October
Emma
2nd,
Darcy's
this
in it as
drops.
well. I didn't see her in the trailer
she?
though. Yeah,
Is Riz Ahmed in this?
Yes.
yeah. He
Yeah,
plays
that's
like
who I-
his advisor or something like that.
Yeah,
He
he's
said it was
another
like
one.
a dream come true working on this.
Like in the trailer, he also looks kind of like crazy looking. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, excited for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, last thing, it's not like official news, but this is like a rumor that's been corroborated by some Twitter scoopers. Apparently, Adam Driver is cast as the villain in the MCU X-Men reboot, and he's gonna be playing Magneto. I'm a big fan of this personally. I
have nothing wrong with this.
I love Adam
So-
Driver.
I have a theory about this.
Here we go.
I don't think he's actually playing Magneto.
Why not? Who do you think he's playing?
Because, first of all, it's been stated a lot that they already said who the villain is going to be. It's going to be Trask and Sinister. Those have been the two main reports, is that Sinister has been cast. He's going to be the villain. And it says he's been cast as the villain. I don't think he's actually be playing Magneto. And this isn't the first time that they said he was cast as someone and he wasn't.
That's true.
The same thing happened with Fantastic Four. You know, I mean, granted, I think it's weird that this is going to be the third Magneto that's not Jewish. It is a little weird. Daniel Day-Lewis was right there. I don't know why, but
I don't think,
you know,
it's not like he was right there. Like, there's
Yeah,
no
Daniel
way he
Day-Lewis
would have done
isn't-
that.
Clawing at the doors.
I don't
to
know.
meet
They
Kevin
could have
Feige.
fucking contacted him. I'm just
They
saying.
probably
I
did.
think, like, I mean, fair. Damn. I
He
think
probably
that they
said,
could
"Fuck
get.
you."
I'm just saying, like, I think there's other actors that could have done this role, but maybe he's playing Sinister. I think he might be playing Sinister, which
I don't
honestly
know.
would be a good casting as well.
He's just such a good actor. Like, if he's playing Magneto, how can you complain about that? I mean, I get like the not being Jewish thing, but
No, that's like the only really, like, actor wise, he's fantastic. Like, I don't have any complaint. I know he could kill the role. That's like a nitpick, really. It's not like it's like he can't, you know. But did you also see who the rumor Charles Xavier is?
yeah, Patrick Wilson, right?
Yeah,
I like
Ooh,
I
that.
think would be
I'm so
interesting.
down
Yeah.
for that.
I definitely
Yeah, I
like that.
as well.
He's a very underrated actor.
He is.
Yeah.
He's pretty solid in the Cape Fear show. I'm not fully in on it,
Oh,
but
I
he's
heard
pretty
that's
good
supposed
at
to
it
be
so far.
really good.
Yeah, I haven't
Cape
loved
Fear
it.
show?
I really like the movie, but Patrick
Mm.
Wilson and Javier Bardem are standouts in that series.
Does that
Yeah,
have
his-
Amy
I don't-
Adams as well?
Yeah,
Yes, I'm not loving Amy Adams' performance so far.
I'm a big fan of hers. Like, Arrival's my favorite movie of all time,
That's a great pick.
but recently she's not.
she
been
has
great.
not been in a good movie in like over a decade.
You didn't love
almost.
Dog Bitch?
It was all right.
I didn't
Like, what
see
is
it.
the last good movie she was in?
Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice, baby.
She was in
Huh?
the Snyder cut, Joe. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, I forgot. She's gonna be in the next Justice. She's gonna be in Justice League Part 2. It's coming out. They're shadow filming it right now.
They're
With
they're shooting
Man of
it for
Tomorrow.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Yes.
the sex scene with Batman is gonna be crazy,
Snyder had his choice. It's 10 minutes full slow motion.
Of
and they're
whole
course.
shooting it
sex
with
scene.
IMAX cameras in black and
IMAX.
white.
In black and white. Well, yeah, that's all our movie news this week. But back to the X-Men thing quick. I'm actually all the names that I've heard coming out of the X-Men casting sound really good. Like even I saw the rumor for Beast right now is Dan Stevens.
That would be cool.
Ooh, that's another good one.
That's another one I would like as well. Apparently they said and I always butcher her name from Obsession, Inde Navarrito.
Yeah, she met with the director. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what how do I say that? I don't have the name in front of me. This is just, what is it?
Never ready?
Never
Ready? Never ready. Okay. Apparently she might be up for Rogue.
Rogue. Yeah, I know she seems. I mean, she was in Superman and Lois, so
But she's like a nerd, right? Like,
yeah, Navarrito.
Yeah, she was a
crazy,
COD
though.
streamer.
Yeah,
yeah. So we'll see.
yeah. No, I mean she's a great actress. She's a great actress.
Yeah.
She's from New York, apparently, so maybe we'll see her around.
Really?
She was at the Mets game the other day.
Yeah, it doesn't mean she's from New York.
No, she is though. She is.
Yeah. That's cool though.
I don't know. I don't know if she's from New York, but I think she lives in New York because I saw.
When
I also
you just were like, no, she is. It was like a trust me, bro.
yeah, she is not. I don't actually know if she is.
Like,
I think she lives in New York because
she
posted.
I mean, that's not. Yeah, like
She
it's not
posted a
crazy. She probably
TikTok
does live in New York.
of like her on the subway, and she went to a Mets game. That's twice. She was in New York twice, therefore she has to live in New York.
Doing a little investigating.
I've been to New York like
Someone's-
8 times. I don't live in New York.
Yeah, but you never posted about it, so doesn't count.
Seems like they were a little obsessed with where she's going.
Yeah, do you got her post notifications on? How did
I
you know she's
might.
posted
Listen.
twice?
Listen, no, the Mets
Well-
social media posted her.
And then they like give up a massive.
What a
lead,
tragic
like, after they
story, the
posted it, too.
Mets.
Yeah, I don't follow.
Well, none of us
baseball,
are Mets
so-
fans.
I am. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, but you're like by default, you're not like
Yeah, I don't follow baseball.
Let's go Phillies.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that.
they're good. The Phillies, they're good.
They are good. We turned it
Yeah.
around. I was about to jump off a bridge if they didn't, but they did. So we're all good
Yeah,
now.
they started off the year. They lost like 10 games in a row, and then they like won like 20 in a row or something like that.
Joe, I
Yeah,
don't know
we're
how
the-
you
we're the-
follow like so many sports. Honestly, I feel like you know a lot about everything, sports wise. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Well, you
I
like the
recently got into
Cubs too,
soccer.
right?
Yeah, I'm a Cubs fan, which is like
Oh.
a weird story that me and Matt went there when we were younger, and I like really liked the stadium and everything, so I just became a Cubs fan. But they're playing well right now too. I mean, a lot of our pitching is hurt, but for what we have, we're doing well.
Yeah, I love Wrigley Field. I mean, that bar right across the street too that you can go to the Cubby, I think it's called.
Yeah, Wrigleyville
Oh,
is really
really cool.
cool.
Yeah, man, we went when we were younger, but we were like young, like we didn't drink. And then I went like in June, beginning of June, with my girlfriend, and I was able to go and like we drank before, and then we went. And it was honestly a lot of fun. I had a really good time.
Yeah, it's great. Highly recommend everyone go check out Wrigley Field.
Yeah,
Yep.
And the Popcorn Podcast, where to get the best film and entertainment news.
But yeah,
Yeah, so I guess let's move on to our final film.
final movie.
So, Tommy, I know you recommended this one. If you want to
I did.
let everyone know what we're going to be talking about, read the synopsis, and we'll review it.
So we are talking about Jaws, which is directed by, of course, Steven Spielberg, and the terrifying motion picture from the #1 terrifying bestseller. When the seaside community of Amity finds itself under attack by a dangerous great white shark, the town's police chief, a young marine biologist, and a grizzled shark hunter embark on a desperate quest to kill the beast before it strikes again. I felt chills reading that. I could really feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, do I do
So-
like an intro, like of how I feel about the movie?
no, it's
Yeah, sorry, we
should-
yeah,
Just what's your initial thoughts? So what do you think?
yeah.
I mean, to me, it's the greatest horror movie of all time. It is. I mean, Roy Schneider is one of my all-time favorite performances as Chief Brody. Hooper is one of my favorite characters, and Robert Shaw is Quint. I mean, that monologue he gives in the boat is unbelievable.
Yeah.
The effects that they were able to do with the shark, with it not working because the salt water was messing with it, And the way that to this day, every time I go in the ocean down the shore, all I think about is a shark's gonna grab me and rip me apart. And I've felt this way my whole life. My mom, who still barely goes in the water because of it. I mean, this movie has such a lasting impact across cinema, across how people are fear of the ocean, and it just changed what you could do in these big budget summer blockbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a funny story.
Yeah.
Well,
What, Joe?
I mean, you gonna say a thing about that?
No. You could save that for the end. Not the
Okay.
end, but let me say what I was gonna say really quick.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
One thing about this movie that you talked about, like, you think it's the greatest horror movie ever. When I thought back to like the last time I saw this movie, I was like, it's really not. Doesn't feel like a horror movie to me. It's really like not that scary. But rewatching it, it actually is scary. Like it is definitely
scary.
It definitely
Yeah.
is a horror movie. Like the scenes are so tense, and like especially with the music too. The score is amazing. Like I did
Yeah.
not expect to be as scared as I was watching this. You know?
Your heart's racing the whole time you watch it.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I mean, oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, continue.
I mean, a crazy thing about this movie is that Peter Benchley, who wrote the book, was hired to write the screenplay for the movie, and the script was so terrible. They went into production already that they wrote the movie every night. The next day's scenes, they wrote them the night of.
wow.
Which is absolutely insane. The only other time I've heard a successful movie do that is Gladiator, which had 10 pages when they went into production. But just everything that they fought through with a young Steven Spielberg, and it was the success that it is it's amazing.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
I agree with you. Like I rewatched this maybe like a couple months ago before I watched it again. And it's such a good movie, dude. There's so many things. Like I know you talked about the monologue. I always think about that scene, and I found out. So the first time that they filmed that scene, the guy who plays that character, he wanted to be drunk when he filmed the scene. He's like, I want to be drunk. I want to, because he's obviously drunk in that scene in the movie.
Yeah.
So the first time the first day that they were filming that scene, he got like hammered, and he did horrible. Like he couldn't even stop. Like he was stumbling his words. Like they had to end filming early, and the next day that he went, he didn't get drunk. He's just like, the first take they did was that shot. And then like said like they filmed it and like everybody was silent on set. Like after they yelled cut and like everyone was just like quiet when they shot the scene. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, the
crazy.
whole, and Richard Dreyfuss as Hooper is also, I love that performance. I think everything about the movie is just so, it's like perfect. And I think knowing everything about behind the scenes makes it so, like the kid on the raft. It is one of the most traumatizing scenes to me ever. That poor kid on the raft just getting munched. In the book,
Yeah.
the shark comes through the water, like in the poster, and splits the kid pretty much and kills him. But the day of, they practiced it for 3 days. It was good. And then the day of, the shark wouldn't move. So they had to redo the shot to how they ended up doing it, which was just pulling the kid underwater and having cannons.
Damn, so they actually had like those ocean shots. They had the actual shark there. Just what didn't work.
it's in the water. It's
wow.
insane.
That's crazy.
Damn.
And
That
it's
is
perfect.
crazy.
Every part of this movie to me, we all talk about the score. I mean, you play the score, everyone knows what it's from. You know that, like,
Yeah.
dun. And I mean, I just love it. I could watch it once a week and never get old of this movie. Never get tired of this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like what you said, like the characters are just all the side characters are so likable. I don't know why. Like I like, that little group of the three of them, like when they go out on the boat and I don't know, like their banter together, like, the differences between them, but they all kind of find common ground,
Yeah.
What was I going to say?
Wait, Joe.
Yeah.
Just really quick, can you like fix your framing a little? You're a little low.
Yeah.
Just
I
so.
know. I'm like sweating because I shut off the AC. 'cause
Yeah,
it's,
me
like,
too, bro. I'm sweating as
I'm
well.
like dying right now. I know. That's
You're
why
fine.
look like I'm-
No, just because like when I make clips, whatever,
Yeah.
I just want to. But continue. Sorry.
And I definitely think this you could argue it's one of the greatest American movies ever made. It's such a lasting impact. Like kids now that are born know about Jaws. The movie came out like almost 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about this now. Our dad grew up watching this movie, and he was so scared of it that he told me when he was younger and he saw that movie, like he was afraid to go to the bathroom because he thought the shark was going to come out of the toilet.
That's the type of shit that Spielberg was
that's the type of
making
grip
kids
we had in
do.
America back then. But
What's it called?
but
There's like I found a behind the scenes fact that just sounds like so insane that I don't even know if this is true, but
well,
it says Spielberg wasn't even the first director hired for the movie. Originally, it was going to be directed by Dick Richards, who I've never heard of that, but that's a fire
Neither have I.
name. He was
Dick
fired
Richards
for
is sick.
repeatedly calling the shark a whale.
Oh wait, that
Is
might be in the
is that-
documentary.
Is that true? There's no
I
way
don't,
that's true.
I don't specifically remember that fact, but I feel like they talk about someone calling the shark a whale so many times in the documentary. That's crazy. First off, Dick Dix is that guy's name.
Yeah, it's a fire
That's
name.
crazy.
He has like a bunch of random movies. This guy Dick Richards.
You know the scene when the shark attacks the cage with Hooper?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real shark, of course. In that they like blend. You can see sometimes it's the
Yeah.
animatronic, but the shark actually got stuck in the cage. Like that wasn't supposed to happen, and they just used the footage of it,
Wow.
which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's just so many things like that. I mean, the way it's written is so smart. Like I love every aspect of this movie. I could go on for hours about it, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts.
No, I mean, I love this movie. We had fond memories of it growing up, and it's nice to like revisit it and look at it, as because when I watched it, I was as a kid. I'm like, oh, I'm mostly just watching because I want to see the shark and all that stuff. But now, like when I'm older and I'm watching it, you kind of pay attention to everything else going on. Also, side note. A lot of good fits in this movie. They had that shit on them in this
They
movie.
do
A lot
it.
of them.
They
A lot
do
of
Yeah.
have
fire
some good fits.
sweaters. Yeah. I don't. Side note. That was really random, but
Yeah, I think the like production design as well, like how the town looks and like that feeling,
Yeah.
like just the beach town and like you mentioned their costumes. There's just something very like pleasant about it,
familiar.
and then you have like the scariness of the ocean,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
with it, and especially like when they actually go out to sea and they're like away from like the beach town and everyone.
yeah.
There's like a pretty big contrast in, how it looks like just being stuck on that boat when they're inside, like the monologue you
Yeah.
mentioned. But yeah, I was gonna say we talked a little bit about like the Nightmare on Elm Street thing. This is a movie that I'm like shocked this hasn't been attempted to be remade yet.
Thank you.
Well, I
I
don't
am
think
so
anyone could.
happy.
But also, like, I don't know. Like, you can, if someone really wanted to make a shark movie, like sharks aren't like. It's not like you can't make a movie about sharks. You just can't remake Jaws. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They already
I mean,
made-
they try.
Yeah, they try.
Yeah, like if you look, there's probably hundreds of different shark movies that come out. Honestly the last one that I watched that wasn't horrible was that
Was it
French
Dangerous
one on
Animals?
Netflix.
The French, like the river one.
Yeah, that
the
one wasn't too
underneath?
bad.
No, it wasn't. Dangerous Animals is pretty good.
Looks pretty good too. I didn't see that.
You
The
guys
Shallows
are
is the best one for me.
you guys are forgetting about Peak, The Meg, and The Meg 2.
Oh, the Meg, yeah. I forgot about the Meg.
I hate those movies.
I don't like
actually makes me
Statham.
angry.
I don't like
Oh,
Statham.
I do love me some Statham. I watch every Statham movie in theaters.
I don't like how that thing that him and The Rock have that thing in their contract where like they can't lose a fight.
Yeah, they can't lose the
I
fights.
hate
yeah.
that shit, dude. That shit's
Yeah,
so
it's
annoying.
so stupid.
But,
This was like the first summer blockbuster, right?
Yeah,
Or
it
it's
was. I mean, it was
credited
the
as.
highest grossing movie at the time.
It says it was the first film to earn 100 million at the North American box office, and it did it in just 2 months. By by September 1975, 40% of all Americans aged 18 to 29 had seen it. That is,
I mean, that is a
Insane.
crazy fact.
yeah, that is an insane stat. Like 40% of 18 to
40%
29-year-olds
of
seeing a movie.
has any movie in America done that recently? No, I don't think so.
I would
If I had to
highly
guess,
doubt
it would be like Avatar
Avengers.
or like
Avengers,
Avengers.
Avatar might be one, honestly.
But like that's what's crazy. Those are mainstream IPs. This was a one-off shark movie, a one-off at the time.
Yeah,
I act
Yeah,
like
I
it's a one-off.
I was gonna ask that too, like, because I don't think I've seen any of the Jaws sequels before.
Don't watch them.
I haven't.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think any of them are probably good, honestly.
I just
I
know
rewatched 2 the other day.
I think there's one called Jaws: The Revenge. I think.
Oh,
right?
there is.
Yeah.
The shark has a motive to go and
Yeah.
find the Brody's wife.
Yeah, that's
That
another
is
thing.
plays in the third one.
Yeah, another thing I liked about it is like the shark almost seems to just be evil. Like he's targeting these people. Like he's going after humans, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not like oh, when you mess with nature, like nature will mess back kind of thing.
No, this shark
Like,
just wants
yeah.
to kill people.
Exactly. They don't do anything to it. He just is terrorizing this town, which I think makes it
Yeah.
scarier. Like there is no motive. It's just like
I also like the mayor plot as well, because I feel like that's something that like have you
It's
heard
definitely
like
in the book a lot more.
it's
But
like
yeah, I
I feel
agree.
like that's something that wouldn't be like too like if you heard like mayor in fucking Cape May covered up a shark attack, so have people come down for like Labor Day weekend. That's not like the most insane headline in the world.
No,
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's like a thing that would happen in the real world.
definitely.
no, I agree. I think that storyline is what makes getting from when they're on land to out to the water even so great, is that you also have worrying about this guy's just trying to make money and he's letting all these innocent people just walk out of the water. And you have that
Yeah.
scene when no one's going out and he goes up to that family. He's like, come on, go out in the water for me. He has no care for any of the people that live in his
No.
town. He just wants to make money. And there's something so nerve wracking about when they send those little kids out. They're like, why? Why would you let them go out in
Yeah.
the water right now?
And then he has that scene after, like in the hospital, where he's just kind of comes to the realization. He's like, my kids were on that beach too. And then like
Yeah.
that's when he pays the what's his name the money. But
There
Yeah.
is a funny editing line in the movie. It's so of course the shark in the bay, everyone knows the scene. And it's a weirdly acted scene, but it's so iconic. And it kind of works that like it's almost like fear that she's feeling in that scene. But when Brody starts running down to the beach and he jumps over the fence, there's a dude screaming in the background. And he says it twice. He's like, does anyone have a gun? Someone have a gun. Please shoot the shark. And he is screaming. I don't know if you guys even noticed it. It's like a background actor. But this dude is giving the performance of his life just in the background, just screaming for
I don't think I
someone to have
noticed
a
that.
gun on him.
yeah,
Every time I
honestly,
watch it, it makes me laugh.
Yeah. Also, speaking of that, I love the how they kill the shark at the end. Just so
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, it might be the best. It's one.
It's
It
so
might
epic.
be my favorite line of all time. It's actually on my. I have a board as like the best 101 movie quotes, and the Jaws ones. I think it's in like the top 20 on this
Yeah.
list.
Yeah. Also, like you're
Yeah,
gonna need a bigger boat. Obviously, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that scene. That was Roy Schneider's genuine reaction. Like that was an ad lib line. That's not in the script.
Yeah.
That was the first full time he got to like see the animatronic. And I mean,
Can you
it's huge.
like, and I'm sure there wasn't a lot of animatronic tech back then. Like, can you imagine pulling up your first day to set and like you've never seen a robotic shark in your life before, and just this fucking mechanical shark in the like that must have been so mind boggling. Well, imagine like Jurassic
or the
Park.
fact that it-
like
yeah,
Yeah.
like
You know?
they hired like some of the greatest engineers in the world to make it. Like it was like a huge team got put together. It was a year I think that they spent making it, and then it
This
didn't
is
even work for most of
before-
the film.
This is before Jim Henson, right?
75. That's like the same year as the Muppet movie, I think.
Or he probably was
Maybe.
too young to be doing something like this.
I might be wrong. Yeah, but like
Because I'm
but
interested
they,
if they ever worked on any of the like the puppeteering stuff in that movie.
I mean the fact that they had two animatronics. They had like the one for swimming around that had like shark teeth in it, like sharp, and then the one that actually eats the Shaw. The fact that they
Is-
actually had him get bit and it drug him into the water is you don't
It's
see
so
that most of the time
cool.
now. They'll just
Yeah.
CGI it.
yeah.
You're right.
Joe,
like,
Muppet
when's the
movie
last
was
time-
79 actually. But I mean Jim Henson was around. But yeah,
Yeah.
continue. Anyway. Sorry.
But yeah, this was, obviously this spawned a whole genre of like movies from this, and it's a very important piece of American like cinema. And I don't know, I was very happy to rewatch it. Not a lot that I don't like about it, honestly. There's not a lot that I was like, even nitpicking. I really couldn't find anything that I really didn't like about the movie.
I think
Yeah.
maybe the when he's like, "What type of shark is it? A what?" I feel like that's like the one scene I'm like, that was just some random dude they pulled off the street. Like, you want to have a line in this movie we're filming? But besides that, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's even humor. I mean, there's humor. Like the scene when he's telling his son to get off the boat, and she's like, he just wants to sit in the boat. And as soon as she sees the picture of the shark ripping the boat apart, she's like, "Did not hear your dad? Like, get out of the water."
Listen to your father. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I was gonna ask though, Tommy, have you ever been to like Universal Studios or no?
Oh yes, I remember the Jaws ride.
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah, I was
in
just-
Florida,
yeah, I
you've been, right? Or no? California.
I have. I've went a
Yeah.
few times.
When this movie, because me and Joe and I like went a lot as a child, as
kid.
Yeah,
kids.
so we went all the time as kids.
And like I still go every year for the Halloween Horror Nights, but
it's so good.
it's so fun. But anyways, as soon as like I put this movie back on, I was just like remembering walking around that area in Universal and like the smell of that water over there. I swear I could smell it. It was crazy.
I think about the scene when you go in the warehouse in the dark
And it
there's, like,
comes
all
through the
steam.
My God.
Yeah. Like I always think about that. That would have been cool to go on now, like as an adult.
Yeah.
Like being in.
It's still in Universal Japan. I think that's where it is. Universal Japan or Universal Hollywood, maybe. But I have a funny story about the Jaws ride. So we were going on it, and I had to drag my little sister on it, who I'm so sorry for doing this to her. I was like 7 or 8, and I had seen Jaws a couple times. Like it was like part of my childhood, and it traumatized me, but I still loved it. And my little sister gets on, and we thought we remembered where the shark came up pretty well, so we were like, "We'll put you in this seat." And it was exactly where the shark comes up and bumps the ship. And I mean, you would have thought my sister actually got her arm bitten off. She is screaming the rest of the ride nonstop. And then to this day, she's like, "Remember when you guys put me on that? I was like 3 years old." It wasn't great parenting.
Traumatized her.
That one was awesome, dude. I
Traumatized
remember
her
they had they there's like the gas tanks they blow up and stuff.
Yeah.
Bro.
And they
That was a
actually
great
shoot the
ride.
shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Now it's like
what's there now? What did they get rid of? What's the
they put a
Isn't it
Fast and
Fast
Furious.
and the Furious is
Yeah.
back there? That ride sucks, by the way.
Yeah,
If anyone
that
hasn't,
does.
if you guys haven't been on it.
I haven't been on that.
What's it called? I just feel like that ride would be like too kind of old school basic for like what that park is now, you know?
Yeah, I mean they've
Yeah,
really
that's
amped
fair.
it. I mean Harry Potter World itself
Yeah, it's
could be
crazy.
worth just showing up.
But
I want
honestly,
to go to the new
the one that they've
you went
kept,
to the new one, right?
if they kept E.T., you're telling me they can't keep
Hey.
Jaws?
I have a candle of the ET ride.
Oh, the scent?
Like, yeah, like it's
Yeah.
crazy. Me and my brother, we went to the Halloween Horror Nights the year The Exorcist Believer. I think it was 2 years ago now.
Yeah. I went to
that's
that
the
year
year I
as
went
well.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and me and my brother were like, "Oh my God, the smell of the ET ride, the smell of it." And then I remember we were walking back to the hotel, and I like looked down, like, "Dude, they have a candle of it." So we bought 2 of them, I think, and we had them, and they were. I mean, it was so crazy how I would light it, and it would smell exactly like how I imagined the ride still. And I wanted that candle.
It's kind of lit, honestly.
I'm pretty sure Spielberg has like some sort of agreement with Universal that they're like not allowed to
they can't,
change that
touch
ride.
anything with it. Yeah.
That ride's
'Cause-
amazing.
It is, but like the technology is so outdated compared to everything else. I mean, they say your name at the end, which is cool. But
I
That is
remember
pretty cool.
that. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you get your ET card, you fucking type it in the computer. I haven't been on that ride in so long, dude.
Oh, I
Even,
went on
like-
it the last time I was there.
Last time I went, I just went for the Halloween stuff, so I didn't really go on the rides. And then before then, I haven't been in them. But I want to go for the new park they have.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
new park. I'm taking my girlfriend as like a graduation gift. She's about to graduate. Well, she's a year still. She's in her last year at PA school, so I'm gonna take her because she's never
nice.
been, and she's one of the biggest Harry
Yeah.
Potter fans.
Oh,
that's gonna be great.
So we thought it'd be like a fun.
I
trip.
haven't been to Epic yet, but I
I
want
thought
to.
you
neither
have.
have
I haven't.
Man.
But-
No, Alexander, our sister's been.
Yeah, she loves it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
great.
alright.
Universal
It's
over
not- I would-
Disney any day.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
I've
Anyways,
been.
yeah,
Epcot's
let's
cool
wait.
though with the drinking. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm losing.
No, it's
losing
all right,
track.
bro. Listen, we're here to banter about everything, not just film.
Yeah.
But just so we don't get too off track of Jaws, I was gonna ask like, what are your guys' favorite scenes in the movie?
A quick, not like one of them that comes to mind. A really simple shot of them in the boat, and then they have the shark jaws, like when they're going out to the ocean, and like you see the boat from the view of the shark jaw. I thought that was like a really cool shot.
Oh yeah,
But
like through the window.
yeah, I mean, oh, it's tough because there's so many good scenes in this movie. I mean, obviously the famous shot of him sitting on the beach and they do the cap. Like, what is that shot called?
Oh, it's not it's like a
Oh,
something zoom.
Yeah,
that they like create. Hitchcock
That
created,
was-
didn't he?
Yeah,
yeah,
he like at least popularized it.
but yeah,
He might have created it, but
but yeah, that scene was probably my favorite.
yeah, I think my favorite scene, the most memorable, is getting chomped in half, like the blood and like I especially remember that when I was a kid, like just when Bruce like comes onto the boat and bites it. and like the
Yeah,
whole boat is like in half, and he pulls a guy in. It's like such a brutal death, and it's like so memorable. Which Bruce, name of the shark, is pretty fire name, by the way.
it is pretty good.
cool name.
That's
yeah.
why the shark's named Bruce in Finding Nemo.
Mm,
Cool little
I
factoid.
forgot about
I
that.
didn't know
Yeah.
that. That's pretty cool.
My favorite scene is probably the attack in the bay. I think it's just super, like seeing it come up in the water and then just seeing the leg go down the water.
Yeah.
That whole scene's really good. And
Yeah.
of course the ending, the shooting the shark is,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotta be one of the most famous scenes in history of film.
Yeah.
I'd
The
agree.
effects are great too, like the practical, all the gore, like I specifically remember the guy like coming to the window of the sunken ship with like his eyeballs protruding out. If you
Yeah.
go
Oh,
to
yeah.
to bring up Universal again, if you go to like the horror makeup show, they have that guy's head on display in like one
Oh,
of the
really?
one of the. Do you remember that show?
Yeah, I do. I have to
Like
go.
one of the
That I definitely
sections.
want to see again. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a show.
yeah. It's next time you're in Universal, they have like a horror makeup show. It's like 30 minutes, and they go through some famous Universal horror movies and explain like how they did the makeup effects for them. And in the lobby, like the waiting room, they have on display all like famous Universal movies that have like practical effects, and they have statues and things like that. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's I have to check that out.
Yeah.
But and then favorite characters,
Hooper.
I like Brody.
Yeah, Brody's right there. I mean, all three of them are right there for me.
Yeah. What about you, Joe?
Probably Hooper.
Hooper's great.
It's tough though. I really like all three of them.
Yeah. So,
But yeah.
all right. I think we're pretty much
You wanna
ready
get
to
the
rate it.
ratings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could go first for this, Tommy.
I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. It's my number one ranked movie on Letterboxd, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
Fair.
Yeah. I agree. I gave it a 5 out of 5 as well. I gave it a 5 out of 5 the last time I watched it as well. They're really, and when I rate something 5 out of 5, there's got to be, I'm like looking for things wrong with the movie, and there's nothing wrong with it in my opinion. Like I don't think this is really, it's like nothing I can really critique about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the one different guy. I gotta be different, huh? I
Yeah.
gave it
God of a God.
I gave it 4.5 stars, 9 out of 10. It is like nearly perfect. It's amazing. It's scary. It's tense, and like all the what's it called? Like the filmmaking elements are amazing as well. It just like for 5 out of 5 for me is it just has to like have that extra kind of like resonation with me. Like it's got to resonate me in a certain way for it to be a 5. And I just don't have like that connection to this movie, but it is amazing. There really is not much wrong with it, and I'm really glad that you recommended this because I hadn't seen it in a while, and it was like a good excuse to watch it. So
yeah, no, this is the first time I think in the entirety of the podcast I've ever talked about Jaws like this in depth. So this is pretty cool.
damn, yeah, no, a lot of like the facts you had were pretty cool about like the behind the scenes stuff. I didn't know any of that.
Oh yeah, I'm a sucker for Jaws. That and Alien, I could talk about. I almost recommend Alien, but I just, we're still planning Alien ranking episodes. So I was like, I didn't want to use up all my knowledge yet.
I think we might have talked about that, Joe, once, did we?
Alien, we did because I think I recommended the one with Fassbender.
Prometheus.
Oh, Prometheus.
I think I recommended Prometheus, and I was like, I'm just gonna watch all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So before we wrap up, I want to recommend the movie for next episode, and this one has some significance. So we didn't really talk about it at all, but recently, sadly, we lost like one of our greatest actors of all time, Sam Neill, another guy who's worked with Spielberg in Jurassic Park. That's kind of like what got him I don't know if that's what got him big, but that's probably how most people would know him. But I wanted to recommend the movie In the Mouth of Madness by John Carpenter because it's one of Sam Neill's most famous movies that I've never seen personally. I don't know if you've seen it, Joe.
No, but John Carpenter, my ears perked up. So
yeah, that's always a good sign.
Yeah. So have you seen that one, Tommy, or no?
No, I just saw someone tell me someone just did a review of it on TikTok. I just saw like today or yesterday.
Yeah. So that's like. He was really a great actor from like Possession to Jurassic Park, like I mentioned. And then like even later on in his career, like Hunt for the Wilder People's great.
I was just about to bring that up. That's like my co-host is one of his favorite movies.
Yeah, he was just like such a legend. So just to honor him in a way, and also to like
no, continue, man.
No, I was just gonna say,
I
like,
was saying,
just to check out like one movie of his that I haven't seen. It was either between
Oh,
this or there's another. I think it's like Event Horizon. Does that sound familiar?
oh, I've heard
Oh,
of
the
that.
one with Mark Wahlberg?
No, maybe I'm
that
saying the
Event
wrong name. Paul W.S. Anderson, Event Horizon with Sam Neill. That was like another one,
never-
but I decided not to recommend that one because I'd rather watch a John Carpenter than a Paul W.S. Anderson. But
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that.
but what were you gonna say, Joe?
But I
His
was
last
saying
movie is what?
his last role is gonna be in Godzilla X Kong.
Oh.
That was his last role.
So random.
I don't know who he's playing.
love
in that,
Godzilla.
But that's he got cast in that. Yeah, me too. We're big. I don't know.
All
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I don't know if you see the giant Godzilla
What?
poster behind.
Yeah,
me.
the poster.
Oh yeah,
behind
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. I mean that pretty much wraps up the episode. So it took us a while to get to this point. We had a couple technical difficulties here and there throughout, but
made
you
it.
know, we made it to the end. This last thankfully the Jaws segment was like totally fine, which is
Yeah, it was
good.
perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm sure with my editing magic, you guys would have never noticed anything was wrong with the episode. But yeah, again, Tommy, like thank you so much for coming on. This was
Thanks
like a
again,
great
yeah.
episode. Honestly, it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. So
Do you want to say something? I wasn't sure if I didn't want to cut you off.
no, yeah. So yeah, you can respond to that. Go ahead.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me on. I had so much fun doing the episode. The editing, some of the god damn it, the internet stuff was annoying, but I know with the editing, power of editing, we won't even notice it. But yeah, thank you guys
Yeah.
so much for having me on. I had an absolute blast. Check us out. We're the Popcorn Podcast. We're on all the places you can find podcasts. On TikTok, the Popcorn Pod, the Popcorn Pod Gaming, and the Popcorn Studios. Check us out everywhere. And yeah, go watch Jaws. I highly recommend if you haven't seen it, which I don't believe anyone that's
Yeah.
listening to this hasn't. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I had so much fun.
Yeah, no, thank you. And maybe if you guys ever need a guest as well, we could join you for an episode.
Oh, we
Could be
can
fun.
we're definitely gonna set that up because
Yeah,
Ryan, you think I'm chaotic? Ryan is way worse than I am.
we'll see. We'll see about that. But anyways, oh, Joe's calling me. It looks like he got kicked out. That's why he's frozen. But it was just in the perfect time. So we'll thanks everyone for listening. Follow us on social media as well. You guys know the deal. But we'll be back in 2 weeks for our next episode. So stay tuned. Tommy, thank you again.